It is great to be back in the prairies, downtown Saskatoon. It is the Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials on TSN. It's a Battle of Alberta in Saskatchewan.
And they go for gold championship, Kevin Cooey.
After a bye on Tuesday, four-time Brier champ Kevin Cooey is back on the ice this morning. His team looking to build on an impressive performance and add to their 2-1 record.
4 is the charm for Brendan Bottcher.
The defending Brier champs were favored by some in Saskatoon, but Brendan Bottcher stumbled to start before making a breakthrough yesterday. Can they put on a charge at the trials? Draw 10 is next. So glad you're with us on this Wednesday morning. There is SaskTel Center, opened up in 1988. Some great events over the years, a couple of World Juniors, of course, a Brier, a Scotties, and this year it's all about the Canadian Curling Trials. Coming inside the building, glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mudryk, Kathy Goche, we are back. We're out of the bubble. I'm glad to hear you're feeling a lot better.
I am.
Are you feeling better?
I am, especially with you here.
Oh, that's really nice. Let's keep that going throughout the week, by the way. What a game last night. You watched it. You were in the building. Draw 9. A lot of ways you could describe this game. It was back and forth. It was all Carrie Anderson. She was up 6-0 in this game, Kathy, but Jennifer Jones fought her way back.
Well, this is the 6th, and to even see this shot shows the experience that Jennifer brings to play. That's a 2, put her right back in this game.
So at one point down 6-0, battled all the way back to lead, and then in 10, Carrie Anderson a chance to pick up the victory.
Well, she needed 2 to win, and in this shot, it seems like a wide open shot, but the nerves obviously in play. If this touches the yellow, it's a loss. Great brushing, and there's your 2.
Wow, and that is a sigh of relief from the two-time Scotties champ, and hugs all around as that was a massive win. So other games that we focused on yesterday, the Brad Gushue, Brad Jacobs game, that was world-class curling. 2 former Olympic gold medalists, 7-6, Gushue winning that one in an extra ends. And for Rachel Holman, another tough loss to Tracy Fleury, who's still perfect, 8-3. That's a storyline that stands out as well as we check the standings. As Rachel Holman, who won the trials back in Ottawa in 2017, unfortunately for her team, 1-3, 2 teams still undefeated. Tracy Fleury, women's side, Brad Gushue, men's side. And keep in mind, the top 3 make the playoffs, and if you're the number 1 team, you get that bye to the final, which is huge. So let's start with Brendan Bottcher. It was a dream summer. His 4th trip to a Brier final. He finally won it in Calgary in the bubble. He got married over the summertime, partied with a tankard as well, so that was pretty special. However, so far at this event, just 1 win. What are you seeing in his game?
Well, the numbers are really great. If you look through the order, it's not that, but he's very tentative, I would say, Brian. We saw that in the bubble a little bit last year. A great coach once said to me, it doesn't matter what you play, if you don't have confidence, you're not going to win. He needs to be confident.
Kevin Cooey won this event back in 2017 in Ottawa. He's got a new team this time around and obviously wants to improve on that 4th place finish in Korea. He told me last night that when it comes to team dynamics, John Morris now here for the 2nd year as part of the team, it's the best it's ever been. But for Cooey, you want to see a bit more consistency.
I sure do. A game in the 60s, very un-Cooey-like. We saw some frustration in that game. It was only 1 game, but it is consistency that wins this championship. They need to do that and stay there.
This one will be fantastic. Battle of Alberta. This season, Cooey 2-0 versus Bottcher. But you remember, Bottcher had his number in the bubble. First rock next from Saskatoon.
Queen! Queen! Whoa! Whoa!
Yellow on the yellow on the yellow. Hopefully save the red. There it is. Tap, tap.
Good shot.
Oh, and that'll do. Goodness, what an end.
Lights kick.
He's way out here.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Help it over. Now needs to just dig in. How good is that?
That's amazing.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires and OK Tire, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, and by Sponge Towels, made for real-life messes.
Welcome back inside Sasktel Center. We got a great feature this morning as the Battle of Alberta shaking hands, and it's time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Out of the Saville Community Sports Center in Edmonton, it is skip Brendan Bottcher, third Darren Moulding, second Brad Thiessen, and at lead Karek Martin. And out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, your skip Kevin Cooey, third BJ Neufeld, second John Morris, and at lead Ben Hebert. Your rock colors this morning, Brendan Bottcher, the Red Stones, Kevin Cooey, the Yellowstones. It was Bottcher winning the draw to the button, so he will have hammer in this critical contest. For Brendan Bottcher, coming off that win versus Mike McEwen, and that was a big one to get some confidence going. He admitted to me last night, Kathy, it is a must-win. They have to beat this Cooey team and get on a roll if they have any chance, as we're underweight lead Stones for Team Cooey from Ben Hebert.
Right up.
Saw those numbers for Ben, 8th amongst all leads. That is not what we're used to seeing.
Great throw, Jeff. Really nice.
It's good weight.
I think it was perfect.
It's heating up here, Donnie. It's heating up here.
Shot, Ben.
It was basically right up his drop.
Didn't seem to come down.
Yeah. It was right up.
And some great numbers for Karek. When you look at the numbers, it is at the lead position that there is the biggest discrepancy between these two teams. 5% advantage. That would be considered a plus for Karek.
That's the same one.
Probably wanted to die in here now. A good shot, Carr. Very good.
So we've talked about Cooey needing consistency, but a couple of keys for this morning. It starts with Ben. We just saw him throw, lead the way. He needs to start really strong to give his team that advantage. And narrowing the scoring zone, we saw that Brendan Bottcher was struggling a little bit with draw weight. It's not enough to allow draw to the paint. It has to be a very small zone to be able to score.
Oh, line's good. Hard. Hard. Hard, John. Hard, John. Line's good.
Yeah, gotta go.
Hard, Johnny.
Gotta go then.
Yep. Right in there. Right in there.
Yep.
Right on it.
For Brendan Bottcher and his team, you really have to believe, and you have to be able to have really great draw weight. Brendan Bottcher has struggled a little bit with draw weight, 71, 74%. Knight needs to find that forefoot and the feel associated with that. And that Moulding, he brings so much to the team. It's his mojo, it's his energy. That's the confidence. That's where it's going to come from, the third up to the skip.
Keys to the game brought to you by Purex Bathroom Tissue, an obvious choice for Western Canadians for over 95 years.
Top 12.
You're good there. You're good there. Nice shot. Very good.
Tell him.
Wow, that's what I think.
Like that? Wow. Here?
Yeah.
Top button. 13-5 was top 8.
Whatever turn you like. Okay.
Positive draw here, Johnny.
So Ben Hebert started things off with a centerline guard, and now Kathy, obviously go time. John Morris, the intern draw to try to get shot stone behind cover on the button.
Well, and Kevin Cooey's face did not display a lot of confidence in that call. He very much allows the team to contribute, but you can see that he's just not sure about this early.
Gotta go for line. Looks good. Hard.
We'll be watching the times this morning. It has been a bit of a story during the week as draw weight has changed, particularly in this center path as the game wears on. That's a 14-5-9 between the hog lines. Very quick, wonderful conditions. But by the end of the game, we're seeing about 13 seconds. That's where Brendan Bottcher got caught in a loss, was drawing towards the center, and it just stopped.
A little more than Brett right now.
Similar. Yep.
Brad Thiessen, the lefty, his out-turn.
Yep. Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Real tight.
Better than nose read.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
a tough miss there for Brad. He'll remove the centerline guard. So it's getting critical, Kathy, as we approach championship weekend. Tanner Horgan on the ice versus Mike McEwen. Brad Jacobs, 3-1, gold medalist from Sochi, taking on Jason Gunlickson over on Sheet B. Brad Gushue, 4-0 start. The Olympic gold medalist from Turin versus Matt Dunstone, looking for win number 1 in his home province. And our feature, of course, it is Bottcher at 1-3, Kevin Cooey 2-1. John Epping, your bye, of course, 9 teams in the field, so 1 team getting the bye per draw.
Okay, good shot. Ah, so close to being perfect.
That is very close to perfect.
Good
Perfect
shot,
would have
John.
been if that stone stayed in, but still a
Good throw.
very good result.
Thought you might get a bit fresh curl there.
I thought I would too.
I thought we were going to play it with like normal,
Lay
just
out.
Yeah.
3 against 1.
Could curl a bit, eh?
Should.
Looking for the thin double.
Whoa, curl. Hard cart, hard cart.
Nice.
Good shot.
And look at that shooter, bang, bang, and spins right through the house. So pretty good example. You see all the rocks in play to start and end, and with the ability of these teams,
Nice.
the blank still very much a possibility.
And I think that's really important. A lot of people will just look at line scores and see zeros and think, oh my goodness, they're running them up and down. Not the case at all. The
I'll show you
upweight
back
ability
full
of
over
these
through, I
teams,
think.
both men and women, can make a lot of rocks disappear.
It's actually not a
Mentioned
bad-
Kevin Cooey winning the trials in Ottawa 2017. He did so at the expense of BJ Newfield that year with Mike McEwen. That, Kathy, looking back, was one of the best games ever. That was an incredible game for your entertainment value, and eventually
Perfect.
won by Kevin Cooey.
It'll be fresher then.
Yeah.
Solid medium.
Clean.
And it's interesting, you see
Yep.
Darren
Yep.
7th amongst
Yep.
thirds, but BJ Neufeld is in
Right to it.
2nd
Hard.
place, and
Right
it's
to it,
only a
right to it.
couple of
Hard.
percentage
Right to
points
it.
that divides those two, so it tells you how strong this field really is.
Darren Moulding also an ice maker, and I had a chance, Kathy, to chat with both skips last night about the papering of the stones and changing and the dynamic and how that would affect teams, and both agreed when you touch up the rocks, you have better predictability. Kevin saying the ice at the Glencoe where they play, they get a lot of curl. So early in the event, they were saying teams with the positive releases, they weren't curling back up. They weren't getting it back, and it rewarded better throws. And to a man, they all said, both skips last night, that it's better for both teams, and they're getting more consistent curl, and they can make the shots they want to make.
And that's what you want. You want release to really make a difference. You should be penalized, in my opinion, if you don't throw it well.
Hard.
Hard.
Right to it. Clean.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Skip Stones here in one. Kevin
Good
Cooey,
normal.
Whoa, easy,
chance
easy.
to have a look at this path of ice, the outturn hit.
Check it.
And you may think at home, Kathy, yeah, it's just a hit, like no big deal,
is.
but a chance to see a path, or maybe for a skip to get a free draw. How critical is that early in a game like this?
All of it is really important. You never want to just go through the motions on a wide open shot. You're learning all the time. It's also allowing both of the teams to keep some time on their clock. Both of the skips staying at the far end, not going down. They know it's relatively routine shots. Kevin in the hack already.
Yeah, and chatting with him last night. Obviously very disappointing, the loss to Bottcher in the Brier final in Calgary. Said it was just a weird feeling, you know, a Brier final with 20 people in the building.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was just one of those situations earlier this year.
Check it.
And then they had to come back to the bubble for 2 more slams, of course, the COVID world. And so that was really tough. But he did mention it was such a positive, though, making the Brier final because it was the first year with John Morris. So we know John is an incredible player, 2 gold medals at the Olympics. But to just get those reps in high-end games was key, as Bottcher, final in 1. And the blank as the red stone goes away. Yellowstone goes away. We'll step aside briefly, but we're underway here. Your morning draw in Saskatoon. Welcome back to SaskTel Center. Kathy, so great to be back in the prairies. I love this town, Saskatoon. Great sports town as well. Last Scotties here, 1991. That was won by Julie Sutton. In the last Brier, 2012, Glenn Howard actually beat Kevin Cooey in that final that year. Both are back. Of course, Howard as the alternate, I guess, slash coach for John Epping. They have the bye. And Kevin Cooey, pretty incredible when you look back at his resume. Obviously an Olympian, and his time in the Brier over the years, insane. So 9 Briers, he's made 7 finals, and he's won 4 of them, and trying to win another trials here in Saskatoon.
Well, he's had a brilliant career, and he's still very much at the top of his game. I think one of the things that always just amazes me about Kevin Cooey is his ability to see shots and then to make them. It's one thing to see the obvious shots, but when ends get really complicated, his forward thinking is off the charts.
Room. Line's good. Lock it on. Lock it on. Play the weight. You got room. You gotta go. You got room.
Weight's really good.
Okay. Got a curl.
Beach, gotta go.
Hard beach.
Gotta go.
Hard beach. Whoa. Good speed, guys.
We will keep you up to date all morning long. And our first update over on Sheet A, Tanner Horgan, Mike McEwen. McEwen, of course, the finalist back in Ottawa 2017 and losing to Kevin Cooey. And Tanner Horgan, a player, Kath, who we've got to watch grow through juniors and making another step here now at his first trials.
Well, the good news for Mike McEwen's team coming off a thumping yesterday is obviously playing well this first hand, lying 4. And that is what Tanner faces on his final, looking for a draw to the 8-foot.
We can't bump it yet.
Okay, we can wait.
Close. Yep. Hard, Brad.
And it will just have enough. So shot stone and a single for Tanner Horgan, who struggled with hammer efficiency as he is the worst in the field thus far, but the young man gaining valuable experience. And he knocked off the Brier champ, Brendan Bottcher, this week.
Freeze to the top 4.
Well, it's no good. I mean, this is going to be
I only got so much good, Johnny.
You like the hit?
Yeah, you probably can't save your shooter and kill it.
That's why it's kind of an awkward hit. Yeah, I don't know. I think they just make it better, right? They just tap us.
Could you play the intern chase on his back 12? Bump him and roll over?
I could that, or I could try to tap his one that's tap his intern.
Tap which?
No. The other one.
I don't
mind your call.
Let's have a peek now. Sheet B, Kathy. Brad Jacobs, great start, 3-1. Not only lost to Brad Gushu thus far. Jason Gunlickson with hammer coming in with a 1-2 record.
Brad Jacobs tried a big weight cross-house double on his final stone. He got rid of one and he made contact with the other, but all he did was move it over, and so that allows Jason the opportunity, if he can get to the nose, to score 2.
Yeah, you got it, guys. You got it. Feel good.
Nice, good. We're light, John.
Little tap.
We're tight guard.
Good weight. Shooter sticks around, and that's a nice pair and a good start for Jason Gunlickson, up 2-0 over Brad Jacobs.
Keep going.
Okay, John. Not a bad spot. Shot.
Way to stick with it, guys. Good job.
Do we try and just hit and roll in on that yellow?
You should be able to push.
Fresh spot. I threw draw button.
Yeah, that's top 4, I think, even on the fast stuff. From draw button.
It's close. I kind of like hitting that yellow, but...
Do we ever try to nose the yellow and keep our red like over here?
Well, the only way is if we roll in a little.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go around.
I agree. I don't like it.
I think we're either peeling or we're playing this.
Okay. I like that.
T-line.
Is it easier this way, though?
The challenge with the yellow that is exposed is any contact on it, you run the other yellow onto your own that's there in the house.
Yeah. Even if you just came into half a rock and pushed it like that, it's good.
Okay. I guess we know the speed here, right?
I think.
Give me
13
T-line.
pounds here.
We got by that guard by 3 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. 13.
It's like T-line.
Yeah, you can be back 8 even. Just so.
So trying to just change the angles of the stones out front. Right now, they all direct onto the shot stone belonging to Bottcher.
Back 4.
Whoa.
So jiggle the front stones around. It will allow for removal of the yellow stone just thrown by John Morris if it is moved a little bit out into the wings or to the left as you look at it.
Brendan, hard. It's not bad. Good shot.
Not bad. Not bad, Brad. That's fine.
That's really bad luck.
Yeah, great weight.
Boy, that ran.
Well, you make this roll, I think, Benny.
The 2006 Olympic gold medalist Brad Gushu with hammer scoring 2 in the first. He leads Matt Dunstone over on sheet C.
Might be able to
Should
get
some
this.
curl. Should be.
Yeah, and this, I'll get a bit more finish with this stone.
It's not bad if you could ever just nut that there.
Get the back two. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
Might get rid of both.
If it gets it. Looks like it's a bit of a
Really
guess.
thin, but I like it.
Whatever you're seeing, Kev, do you think it gets both those reds? Probably, eh?
I think so.
Okay, well then let's throw it. I think that's a better result.
It is.
It's thin.
Corner, third.
Yeah.
Quarter, I think.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a quarter
let's
rock,
go.
Johnny.
Maker.
John Morris, Olympic gold medalist with
Yep.
Ben Hebert in Vancouver.
Yep.
Hard!
Hard. Hard. Real hard.
Gets both reds going, and that spinning yellow shot, it will just hang on back 12, so mission accomplished, removing both red stones.
Curl just that little bit extra. Otherwise, he hits it a little bit thicker, and the chances are that his shooter sticks around, or the second one, rather. That yellow one that's rolling now, if it was caught thicker, might have stopped. And lay 2, but still, good outcome.
Clean.
Weight's good, just hack.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Kind of rolled to an
I could probably push
there.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
away.
Good shot. Push what?
No double.
Like in turn and then push that other one.
Double's real
How's
thin.
this look?
I think you know it.
Yeah. It's a shot, I think.
Yeah, do you ever try and throw the in turn and push it out a bit?
Oh, I see.
You need a bit of weight.
Yeah, well, you could make it with probably normal.
Okay.
Pretty easy
I mean,
too, buddy.
if I hear the guard of normal, I'm almost hitting
Yeah.
the rock first.
Yeah, you're right.
You got her.
The reason he's saying that there's no double is
Like
because of
Max.
that long guard that's up there. To throw the kind of weight to remove both stones, you'd have to get too close to the center line. So this is about hitting the shot stone and hoping to actually tick the stone that is on the center line and move it into the open.
Girl, keep going, keep going.
And nose hit for BJ.
Big roll. Yeah.
Easy.
Okay, can I throw down easy?
Sure.
Like it.
The key here is the roll for Darren, looking for maximum separation between the red stone that is currently in the house to take away any double opportunity for Kevin Cooley.
Clean.
Just
Yep.
easy. Just easy.
Clean.
Weight's
Hard.
good.
Yep.
Wait,
Yep.
Hard!
Hard.
Whoa. Curl. 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 Right to it, right to it, right to it, right to it.
That moved.
Yeah.
Lot of... It's about a third.
Pretty awesome summer for these guys. As Brendan Bottcher saying, they had the Briar Tankard, Kathy, for about 4 months. Because of COVID, they won in the bubble. Family and friends couldn't be there, so it was obviously tough in that regard. But, man, what a chance to take the Briar Tankard, have your moment with it, not just for a day or two, but they had it for a few months. So
nice.
pretty special summer for this team.
Gotta go.
So the trophy certainly made its rounds.
Awesome.
Obviously,
visit my house.
Pretty awesome, right? And Brendan Bottcher, you know, talked about it was a dream summer because he won the tankard. He got married. Beautiful photo there with wife Bobby as well, and the Briar tankard was a special guest. That's your +1 or +3, I guess. That's pretty awesome.
Instead of the ring bearer, you have somebody walking up the aisle with the Briar trophy.
You know, he said it really was a dream come true. Spectacular was the word that he used, and you know, he said it was awesome to wear that Team Canada maple leaf as well in the bubble. He said you can't explain what it feels like to be Team Canada until you've done it, and that he feels prepares them for the week. You've done it, Kathy. You've had that maple leaf on your back, and is it hard to explain that feeling, what it's like?
It is. You think that, you know, the pride that you feel when you wear your provincial emblem is really something special. But when you grow up in this country, hockey and curling are the two sports that I think Canadians revere. And when you wear that maple leaf and you represent hopes and dreams of the entire nation, it is such a special, incredible feeling.
And that bubble was busy for a lot of players, a lot of families, and Brendan was lucky because Bobby was in the bubble with him. They played mixed doubles together, which was awesome. So congratulations to them and their family. Beautiful photo at the wedding, and of course the Briar tankard. He said too, I couldn't find the photo, but during the bachelor party, he went on a golf trip, and the tankard came. It was on a golf cart, and they drove it around for the day. And just really cool, though, right? I mean, to have those memories after winning something you've worked your whole life to have, so that if that Briar tankard could write a book, you know, I'd read it.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Hard.
Okay.
Good way. Hey, I like the outturn. I like your line. Based off his internal.
Shoot, that didn't do very much. Good scrub.
Good weight, too.
Okay.
I like that throw.
Yeah, I didn't do much.
Well, I had Ben, the one that just got to here. I'd say that's max for top house.
Okay, so
you?
That's a very long guard, and so you hear Kevin Cooey saying top house. Even biting the top 12 is really, really good. The higher it is, the harder it will be for Brendan Bottcher to get around the guard with enough weight to tap it through the house, and they may be able to force.
The weight you threw on your intern there is going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be able to just manage it.
I just threw that much less. Yep. I think that's max.
No, I don't.
No, I don't think it's perfect.
Yeah, I think it's close.
Chatting with Ben Hebert last night, Kathy, he said that Kevin has been as prepared as he's ever seen him, and he's got that eye of the tiger this week.
Mine's good. Just well.
Okay, weight rate's really good.
Well, no one better than Kevin knows what it's like to go to the Olympics, the most recent, and very disappointed to come home without a medal. So they replicated their preparation coming into this event, what they did last time, to try to have the same result.
It's interesting, too, Kathy. Kevin doesn't put a lot of pressure on himself. He's very realistic about this event, saying, you know, the chances of winning this in Canada are so tough, and you see it's always different teams going on the men's and women's side. And he says, you know what, no regrets about Korea. Proud they won the trials, proud he represented Canada. He said they put everything into it that week, and it was one of those weeks they were good early, but no excuses. They just weren't sharp enough.
And I think it's really important for Canadians to remember that the rest of the world is so much better, to a person almost. When I spoke to the skips before the week, men and women, they all said that they feel whoever comes through this process will be a great champion for Canada, but it does not guarantee a medal like it used to. The rest of the world is so, so strong, so you can not medal and still play very, very well.
Keep it moving.
Okay, now. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Okay.
Yeah, great draws led to that force.
Nice. Throw. Good. Good.
Full 8, good enough for the single. As we have our first points on the board. Brendan Bottcher up 1-0 on Team Coon. Welcome back to Saskatoon. It is day 5 of the Tim Hortons Canadian Olympic Curling Trials on TSN, and it's the fun part of the week, Kathy. You really start to get a sense of who can get to that championship final. If you can be the top team, men's, women's, you get that bye to the final. Top 3 make the playoffs. And certainly coming into the week, these 2 teams were favored. Tough start for Brendan Bottcher, just the 1 win thus far. He's on the board in our feature. That draw for a single. So here in 3, it is Kevin Cooey with hammer throwing the yellow rocks.
Well, Kevin Cooey taking full advantage of that rollout by Brendan Bottcher.
Yeah.
Tight.
Should be close.
Carrick Martin joining his father
Line's good.
on that Briar tankard, and now would love to continue the roll on the
Line
Olympic
good.
theme.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. It looks like. Come
Go
on,
ahead.
gotta go, guys.
Go ahead.
Come on.
You gotta get it tight.
Funny,
Gotta
Kathy,
go.
it's something you'll
Gotta
never
go,
forget,
curl
that
big, curl
Vancouver
big.
Olympics in our own country, and watching Kevin Martin, that gold medal performance, Cheryl Bernard, the silver medal, and just the feelings of having it in your home country. In talking with Ben Hebert about that last night, it was funny. He said, the only bonspiel I worry about winning is the next one. He said he actually hasn't really looked back a lot and reminisced. He said, I'll do that someday on a rocking chair, and I'll sit down with Kevin and with Mark Kennedy, John Morris. But right now, I want to...
Oh!
The next trophy or the next thing is the one you haven't won yet, and it's interesting perspective from a guy who's been very successful in his career.
Top 8. Top 8.
No. Beach. Hard. Finish shot. Hard. Go. Hard.
Great shot, Benny.
Let's check in again on Brad Jacobs, Jason Gunlickson. You saw Gunlickson picked up 2 in the first end, and Jacobs trying to respond here in the second.
And a great opportunity with a wide open hit, an opportunity for the 2.
Yes! Whoa!
Clean.
Yep! Whoa!
Clean it.
56% with hammer efficiency so far, Kathy, this week for Brad Jacobs leading
That's
the
huge.
field.
Nice, Brad.
That
Good
is
shot.
huge.
Nice quiet wait. There's your tap, and there is your 2. As Jacobs, your trials winner in Winnipeg, beating John Morris in the final that year.
Get it out.
Good shot, Brad. Good shot.
And that yellow,
Still like that run back and roll.
I think that's just hanging on, Kathy.
I would say yes.
Is ours in?
I'm not
Is ours in?
What?
Is ours in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
He would say
Thank
yes
you.
as well.
Confirmed.
That's a good shot.
What do you like, forward or hack?
Good hack.
Or just
Hack weight.
hair lighter than
Clean. Yep.
just hard.
Olympic gold with Caitlin Laws in mixed doubles. That gold medal we talked about in Vancouver with Kevin Martin.
Yes. Hard. Real hard.
John Morris trying to get back there. A little tap.
Good spot, Johnny. Nice shot.
Nose one.
Head nose. Easy.
Got it here.
Let's go.
Brad Gushu up 2-0 on Matt Dunstone.
And Matt is in quite a bit of trouble again, facing 3.
Almost medium.
And you have to feel sorry for Matt this week. The change with Braden Moskowy not being here, this takes nothing away from Colton Lott, who is a brilliant player and a long-time friend of Matt Dunstone. But when you train for 4 years to come with 4 people, it definitely shifts the mojo of the team and your confidence.
Keep it going.
When those are not the 4 that actually come out to the field to play.
Keep going.
And just can't get it in there. So Brad Gushu, most steals in the field on the men's side, another one. And Colton Lott lost in the final in the mixed doubles in the bubble to Einarson and Gushu. And Lawton getting opportunity here at the trials.
A little heavy, if anything.
Hard.
Yes.
Real hard.
Hard.
Nose hit.
Whoa.
He's trying to hit it just on the outside to make both go away.
Roll it, Ben. Good.
Reds go, and yellow lies too. Kevin Cooey with hammer here in the third end.
Well, that's great brushing. At one point, you heard the nose hit called, thinking it was curling too hard. Watch the brushing of these.
What? The thing this big black thing.
Did it go
Right
over the
there.
broom? It came off his broom?
Off his broom.
Hey, stop trying to sabotage me.
Whoa, curl!
hack, curl,
Curl!
Solid hack.
Curl hard! Hard! Clean!
Yeah, straight!
Straight! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Curl!
Whoa, curl, curl, curl.
Roll it all the way!
Really good.
Oh, that is
Wow.
a great shot.
Shot.
Just really nice weight control by Darren.
Got a whole bunch of friends up there.
You hear the audible back and forth about curl or straight, but it's the weight control thrown by Darren that gets the finish.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
And that's huge with Cooey having last rock in this end was set up for two. And that removes the advantage of that little biter that was at the
And Kathy, those are the little shots that can be big moments in games during a long week that you never know can turn the tide in a game.
You bet.
Beach. Good eye there, Johnny.
Attaboy, Beach, beauty. Actually, keep
Shot,
that
Beach.
It's not quite right.
Yep.
And a blank for Mike McEwen.
Shot, Beach.
So he retains hammer in 3. Tanner Horgan a 1-0 advantage over on sheet A.
Hard!
Hard, Brad.
Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Peel it off.
You know, I asked Bottcher about that tough loss to Horgan, and you'll remember it. It was he had the open draw to win and lost the game. And he said, you know what, I just don't get worked up over those moments anymore. I've had enough bad moments over the years to gain perspective. You can't beat yourself up over moments like that and losses like that, but he was very realistic in the conversation last night. We're in tough to make the playoffs here. Our chances aren't great, but beat Cooey, take care of our business, and you never know what can happen here.
No, you need to keep yourself alive, but it is true that they do need to win this game. Well, a really good shot by BJ on his first to Barry.
I like it.
And now a chance
Positive
to
draw
split the
here.
house.
I don't like it at all, John. No, Jesus. You got the guard?
No, it's way by the
Well, when your team drops off,
Johnny.
that is never a good sign.
So a break there for Team Bottcher.
He's probably gonna
Try to roll in. I think we could throw Furman.
And it was a tough start, obviously. So, a lot of are going to lose to Gushu, but that one to Tanner Horgan, he just said when you look at the schedule, that loss was really tough. You lose to Brad Jacobs, as he said, that was a well-deserved loss because Brad played so well in that game. But then he said, we were proud, we came back, we took care of business versus Mike McEwen. So, get through Cooey, and it's no disrespect to Dunstone or Gunlickson or Epping, but a chance to finish strong, and you never know, top 3 make the playoffs here at the Trials.
And you're not looking at individuals, you're looking at the record of the teams that you have left to play and how well they're playing in this particular event.
curl!
Curl! Hard! Hard! Roll it.
Okay, good shot.
Nice.
So Bottcher lies to Skip Stones now here in the third.
It's a good shot.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
I think if we go top 4, I think if we're biting the 4, he comes off it. I think that's the spot, Kev. Yeah.
I mean, if it's going to be just dead buried, wherever. Gives me good practice for me. Middle?
I think middle's real close.
And as for Kevin Cooey's schedule, great start, 9-2 over Horgan. The loss to Brad Gushu. And then rebounding, man, they lose big, they win pretty big. You look at the scores, and of course it's Brendan Bottcher in our feature this morning. Like the way they played though, Kathy, talking with Kevin Cooey, Ben Hebert. Great start to the season. I think they're, what, top 5 in the world right now when it comes to the rankings as well. And one thing stood out to me in that conversation, their experience, Ben saying their strength at this event, no doubt. You look at the wins, Olympic medals, Brier championships, etc. It's clicking at the same time. That is the key. We all have to have our best games at the same time, and that's what they feel will be the difference for this week.
Well, sure it will be. You look at any champions of sport, and it's the team that just pulls it together when it really matters. That's part of peaking. So Kevin trying to bury and make this really good, but knowing that even if Brendan Bottcher's able to remove it, he at least will know line and feel for draw weight if he's forced.
Okay.
And we mentioned it. Some good Canada representation. Brad Jacobs, world rankings #1. We mentioned Cooey, #4. I'm just getting old, Kathy. I remember Nick Adine at the Olympics in 2010. I'm like, who's this young guy practicing runbacks from the hog line in warm-up? And look at him now, the World Championships and Olympic experience, medals, etc. Some outstanding names. Bruce Mowat now. Man, he is a great young player.
Now that stone just a little bit open to Brendan.
You gotta go. You gotta go hard. You gotta go real hard. Just heavy.
Okay.
So a couple mistakes from both sides.
And that's just a weight shot for Brendan.
Good throw. Just a little heavy. Board.
Oh.
How could he get there?
Well, and that just tells you he threw probably 6 feet more than he wanted to throw. With that little bit less, it's going to get that curl earlier, make contact for sure. But opportunity for Kevin Cooey.
So a chance to test the path in the ice here, the out-turn draw, and a chance to score 2. And there you see the numbers. Very nice for Kevin Cooey.
No. Should be good. Mine's good. I don't think you're ever heavy. You're not.
Final stone here in 3 and a chance to pick up 2 versus Bottcher.
Don't lose it.
Same line as last one.
Boy, dog. Good shot, buddy.
Great weight, buddy.
An easy scrub in, little tap, and 2 on the board as the 4-time Brier champion takes the lead here in Saskatoon on this Wednesday morning.
Hey, just 4.
Yep.
It's gone, guys. It's gone. Kick. Right in his hand.
So they're calling a claim it picked out of his hand.
14-8.
Well, from nothing to getting 3. A bad break on a pick.
Clean. Probably saw it easy.
And they will sit right there. Finally, 4 is the charm for Brendan Bottcher.
Yeah, Kathy, he called it a dream come true, just spectacular. And just imagine, though, that was the Battle of Alberta in Alberta, but in the bubble. Can you imagine the fans?
It would have been electric.
So Brendan Bottcher, 4 consecutive Brier finals, then finally breaks through and wins the championship. Randy Furby's great team, you remember, went to 5 straight. The one loss during that run to Mark Dacey, and that was actually in this building. I'll never forget it. I was a young reporter back at CTV Edmonton following the Furby 4, and you could just feel the life in the building change during that particular Brier final when Dacey won it for Nova Scotia. As we welcome you back to our coverage here. So the first 2 on the board, a nice drop from Kevin Cooey off the mistake from Brendan Bottcher, and a 2-1 advantage. So here in 4, Bottcher, the Red Rocks with hammer.
Fine.
Top 8.
Top 8 right before.
Room!
Okay, whoa if you can. It's close.
Room! Room! It's got a curl big.
Top.
Yeah,
Top
go
eight.
Darren.
Got a curl.
Go Darren.
Okay, it's
top
getting
8.
good now. It's good now.
Okay.
Easy.
Top
Line's
8.
good. Line's
Line's
good.
good now.
Top
Line's
8
good.
fighting. 4 foot. 4 foot. Whoa. Needs to sit.
Sit.
Very nice.
Yeah, lock it on.
Freeze it on there, Johnny.
Kathy, we talked and we told the story earlier just about papering and touching up the rocks. Have you noticed a difference with some of the elite teams that play in a lot of arena ice? Or are they catching on? Or are they playing
for sure.
better?
For sure. This is not unusual to have rocks that are papered. I think that the concern was the first day when they were throwing, there was so much movement. You know, we talked to the skips and they said, oh my gosh, it's curling like crazy. But very quickly it became straight, or much straighter than anybody wanted. So in touching them up, there's more movement, more predictability.
We've got some room there. It's not. Yes.
A lot of rocks in play. It's right.
My telestrator cannot do this. He's trying to remove, so he's trying to move the red stone that's obviously shot, but I'm looking at the angle. So red, yellow to try to catch the yellow that is in the top of the 8-foot is my best guess to drive it onto the shot.
Line's good.
So the in-turn drag should work in his favor on this run back.
It should.
Just normal.
So
I love the weight he's throwing.
long story short, it's a tough shot.
Hard easy.
Matt Dunstone, tap, little clip. Oh, did he move it enough? Unreal shot. Come on, Matt Dunstone. The kid from Saskatchewan with a beauty. Good for you, young man.
Just enough pace.
Wonderful weight choice on that.
7/8 low, eh?
And a rare little smirk with what's been a real tough week for Matt Dunstone. That's awesome.
And we've seen this kind of shot making in back-to-back Briars by Matt. Just has been a really tough week, but so capable. What a wonderful shot.
Did I make it? It's close.
And that speaks to the week.
You got to tip your cap to a shot like that. That's good curling.
Yep. Good sweep, man.
Kathy, I missed it, and the players definitely missed it. The roar of a crowd when you make a great shot. It's, the players, the ones I've talked to, you can't say enough. And
well, and we've seen it in their demeanor as well. We've seen the reaction, the fist pumps, all of that. We didn't see that in the bubble. There was no energy that came from the crowd to the players. Every conversation was about how do we generate the energy on our own, and they just could not replicate what fans do for the players.
it's exactly what, in chatting with Reed Carruthers, and that's exactly what he echoed. He's like, man, I caught myself at one point looking around and going, this is what the sport needed and missed, and it's the fans. So it's great to see you all back, and grateful to have you watching at home.
Easy.
I don't hate it. Whoa.
Line's good.
It's good. Yeah, back 4.
Line's good.
We're there. It's close, though. We're close.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Line's good.
Back 4.
Whoa.
Just
okay, line's good.
Line's good. Line's really good.
It's there by itself.
Line's perfect.
Let it die.
Nice
It's a great shot, Brad. Very good.
Good.
That was a great shot. 14.
Real good.
I like throwing the double run.
We just mentioned Reed Carruthers on Team Mike McEwen,
Try to make that?
and facing Tanner Horgan this morning over on sheet A, and a lot of red stones
out
in
of
play
the
from
double
Horgan,
run,
and
eh?
he's got a smile on his face on this Wednesday morning.
Well, the momentum shifted last time he was facing a pile, but obviously putting pressure on Mike.
Yep. Clean.
I don't like the outturn.
No, I don't like that.
Yep.
Okay.
As Mike McEwen made the final in Ottawa at the last trials. Was so close to fulfilling his Olympic dream, and a nice shot there So a 1-1 score after 3 between Horgan and McEwen.
T-line.
13-7-5 on that.
Yeah,
so
that's what I got too. 14 seconds.
14 seconds.
So a tough shot to follow. It wasn't swept, it just got by the guard, and then it did the big hoop in. And so for BJ, has to throw it almost on his own to follow the
Line's
path.
good. T-line.
T-line. A little bit earlier.
Gotta go.
Hard, hard, real hard for everything.
Line's good.
Hard.
Hard.
Come on, keep it straight. Keep it straight.
Line's really good.
Hard.
Wait, it's close. It's
Hard
close.
line.
Gotta go.
Come on, Benny.
Hard, Ben, you're still good.
Come on, buddy.
We're late, boys.
No,
on,
off,
keep going.
off, and off, and off, and off. We're going to tee this
And
up.
a good effort for Ben
Rub it.
Hebert, who said he
No,
actually
no.
was injured for most of the Brier last year in the bubble,
That's not good.
slipping out something in his
Ouch.
back.
Okay, Beach. Tough one.
It was an interesting time,
my
too. He
first
said we had
thought.
nothing to do but work out with the pandemic, and then was in the best shape of his life. And he said it was, of course, the irony. Then you get hurt going into a big event in the bubble, but managed to power through and make that final with Kevin Cooey. Updates continue on this Wednesday morning. Brad Jacobs, Jason Gunlickson in a 2-2 tie with 1 to come in 3.
Well, split across the house, it's forcing Jason to draw for the single. So they watch the attempted nose hit to remove the Yellowstone Frozen.
As we saw Jason Gunlickson as a youngster back in Edmonton, the trials in 2009, his first appearance.
14-9.
Failed to pick up a win that time around as he comes in 1-2. And it looks like he's got nice draw weight, and he does. Full 4 for his single.
Back weight, just a shade high.
Yeah.
So trying to get to the nose as much as possible. Move 2 out of the 4-foot and leave your shooter right there.
Weight's good.
Back way.
Whoa,
Whoa. Yep.
whoa.
Close. Yep.
Never, never. Yep. Whoa, up. John.
Close.
John.
No, John.
John, gotta go.
Hard, John, gotta go.
Roll the shooter, roll it just half. Yep, go, go, go,
Go.
Okay, not bad.
Good spot, Beach. Good spot.
So right now, Bottcher lying the 2 with
Not bad,
hammer.
Beach.
Let's go.
You throw hack this way and nose that yellow. Roll under.
Maybe could have ran it. I thought he did
Trying to make it move at the end.
Almost made as good as you could.
Yeah.
A little heavy or it didn't curl?
The tricky weight still very much, and what you hear in the questioning of the curlers is the hack and bumper, and when they'll start to curl and when they'll run a little bit.
Curl!
And that's what caught Brendan Bottcher in 2.
Curl, Brad. Curl, you got it hard! Hard, Brad! You gotta go, you gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go!
Big scrub from 31-year-old Brad Thiessen.
Did the weight come off the...
And I think they're lying 3 for now.
Buddy.
Nice shot.
I can make that if I gotta save one. Looks like it goes into it.
This double?
I gotta save 1 yellow or else he's in
Well, if
free.
you make, can you make it?
Yeah, you can make this out
Yeah,
turn
but
double.
if you lose
for
ours,
sure.
it's not great.
That doesn't get us. We're gonna be hooking them. I think you gotta make this. And
That's what we're.
Yeah,
But you might lose everything.
yeah.
The
And he
other
hits,
thing is, if you do stuff this right here,
that's good.
it's. I don't think you can ever get rid of this stone, right? And then you'll still have half of that, or
I mean, those are,
doesn't matter really where this goes. You
He's not worried about.
I think if you stuff this, it's pretty good.
it's a big difference on what you're doing with it though, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's a
because then it
big-
does open this up, right?
It's a big difference from here
Yeah.
all the way to here, because if you're in the middle of it, it's gonna miss it.
This is a better result, I think. This, if you can make this double.
Well,
it's
if
not
I
easy,
can,
though.
it's not. I'm probably losing both yellows. Like that's thin. That's
Yeah,
quarter rock.
What if?
yeah, and you can only see
Unless I can make this one. But
Which one?
then you bring into.
I think you go here. Worst case, we got the freeze on the back of the button.
You're playing it into the 4.
You're playing it into this one?
Yeah.
If you can
I
hit
guess even if this jams, this is lost.
That's great if it jams buried.
Yep. Okay. It's thin.
Okay.
It's very thin, so they're going with the first choice. It's just coming off the stone and the, oh no, it's changing his
If we
mind.
threw an out-turn draw there and got one into the side of the button, it would be 2 or 3 for sure.
I don't like the other shot because they probably lose their own, right? And then
If I make the other,
convinced.
the thicker one, it's not terrible.
He's still very much
thin.
looking at this double. But then he
Close
rolls
to
his
the
shooter
corner,
over
boys.
here, so he's decided to
the
go
corner.
with the first choice, which is a really thin
Shade more.
double, and your shooter's going to stick somewhere in that area.
Kiku.
Your telestratting's in mid-season form, young lady. Good for
Which
you.
is the same as before the season starts and after it's over.
Whoa.
Big weight, Kevin Cooey here in 4. Trying to go around the world here. 1, 2.
Oh, sit.
And with that
Okay.
heat,
Not bad.
the shooter spills. Back 8. And for now, Bottcher, I believe, lying the 2 with hammer.
Good.
I should have kept your
And they needed to move that over a little bit. You heard BJ say we're continuing to not use our sweepers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny, Kathy, the one thing that team really worked at during the summertime, and even after the Briar loss in the bubble, at one point they moved John to third, BJ went down to second, they were tinkering with things, they kept working. And Kevin admitted, yeah, we have a team with a lot of big personalities, and you heard it in that conversation before the shot, but that's something as a team that they suggest they really worked on hard over the summer. They got together, had some fun things going on. They actually watched video of that Briar final loss as well, so they understand it. They have those personalities, but they've really worked at it in culmination to come up to this event and this season.
Yeah.
Just beat this one out.
A third of a rock on the out-turn one, so. Yeah, I like this. Just bite the 4-foot.
Yeah.
That weight I gave you 2 ends ago was min, right?
Yeah, 14-2.
Wow. 1, 2, 3 for Mike McEwen, and it looks like the broom is down for a very tough draw for 1 here for Tanner Horgan.
Well, this is the 3rd consecutive end that he who does not have last rock is in great shape and lying 3, and Tanner will again try to draw against 3, looking for full 4-foot.
Whoa, always curl.
Gotta wait.
Easy.
So final stone on the way for Tanner Horgan. Brother of Tracy Fleury, so a family affair at the trials. Tracy off to a dynamic start on the women's side.
Room. Put it on the tee, 14-3. Right on the tee, Scott's Rock. Good.
You can still
Great
run
judge.
this out-turn double.
And that is lovely weight.
Well done.
1 red.
Full 4 for the single for Tanner Horgan. Picking up valuable experience as he goes along at his first trials.
I mean, I can make this too. No.
I don't like that.
Does it catch this? What do you got?
How much you got of this?
You got a half.
I think you still have this out-turn double, too.
You got a little.
And the broom is down from Olympic gold medalist Mark Kennedy.
Okay.
If you nut this, you nut that, it's a 4.
One to come here from Brad Jacobs. And is this, trying to see if I can see that. This is just the hit for 1, is it not, Kathy?
Yes.
That red, that red
Yeah.
one's not in at the back. So the hit for a single.
Sure.
Oh, well placed by Brendan Bottcher on our feature sheet, really giving Kevin Cooey a lot of looks.
Easy.
Yep.
EJ Ryan, Brad, Olympic gold medalist in Sochi. Mark Kennedy winning that gold in Vancouver.
Gotta go.
EJ Harnden.
Great sweep. Good throw, Brad.
Nice quiet control weight there, and that is using your brushers to get the single. So 3-3, Jacobs, Gunlickson over on sheet B.
Well, this call is the least favorite of BJ and Ben from the other end. Kevin playing off of his own into the forefoot area. I think their feeling was that you play the double on that out-turn side. As you look at it, you're getting a bunch of red going. Here, it's all about angle.
Yes!
This guy's pretty good at these shots. Kevin Cooey, his last one in 4. Gets 2 reds moving.
Shot, Kev. Very good.
Shot stone Bottcher. And Cooey's second shot stone top 4.
Shot, Kev.
Draw for 2. Great shot.
Well, that was screamed down by John Morris as it started to over-curl.
Beauty, buddy. All better than it was looking like. Great shot, pal.
I was curious. Triples lined up.
Holds there, eh? Nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
So the broom down, and
I
it
think
looks
it's probably going over the top of the
looks
back
to be
one,
the draw for 2, but they're going to come
Yeah.
down and have another conversation.
Yeah, this one's going over that one. You could roll your shooter in.
I mean,
for
to
3,
me, that
but
looks like it's 3, if not maybe 4 if we get lucky on that. Do you think it's there?
I don't know.
I think it's there for 3 pretty easy. I just have to roll my shooter in.
Close.
The one I'm worried about is this one. It's just so dead.
I'm worried we're not going to get too low on this.
But
yeah, it's close. It's probably...
This rock rows there. This goes this way.
draw.
And this goes this way. That could be for 3.
I don't think we're getting lucky back there. Like, even if we have the line, this rock's not going to have enough momentum to yet make a double over
tough
here.
for 3.
yeah,
It's tough.
I agree.
Just draw.
Play the same
Kathy,
shot.
if this was the same situation and the same score in the 8th end, are you more inclined to gamble? It's so early, you could take your 2.
You know what, Muddy? It's not the
That one
gamble
ran a
as
little bit
much
early.
as it's not that the house is dead, but if you're hitting that red stone so that it redirects off to the yellow onto the one in the forefoot, that's not the problem. The problem is that you've got to get rid of that stone that's at the back 8 foot to make the big points count, and that is a lot that has to happen. This is by far the higher percentage shot in terms of me.
I gotta hear more.
So the intern draw a chance to score 2. He's got 1 in his pocket.
It'll be all right. No.
Final stone on the way here at 4.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's
Play
good.
straight. You can be straight.
Straight for team.
Straight.
Line's good.
Good.
Line's
only.
good.
Put it on
Wait's
the
really
button.
close.
Put it on the button.
Line's good, waits
Good.
close,
Attaboy.
has to dig in, and it will. Nice draw, Wade, Red, and Bottcher. 2 on the board. And as we got a good one here in Saskatoon.
Look at that shot.
Welcome back to our coverage on TSN, the Tim Hortons Olympic Curling Trials. Always one of the best events of the year, happens every 4 years. Always special for these players, a chance to represent your country at the upcoming Olympics. It's a nice draw from Brendan Bottcher in 4 to pick up his pair. So he leads 3-2 here in 5. It is Kevin Cooey with hammer throwing the yellow rocks.
No.
Shot, Ben. Really good.
You know, Brian, we've had such a great game, and it's because of the great playing by both teams. But in particular, last end, we look at the skip shots. Kevin Cooey's final stone, they talked about a number of options. Plays that in off, and that roll catch at the end really negates an opportunity for Brendan Bottcher for 3. They looked at it so tough, so much risk, and that forces him to the forefoot. Remembering, coming into this game, he was in the low 70s for draws. This is about shrinking that scoring zone. Has to put it in the forefoot and makes no mistake.
The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. And in this case, it was key shots as both teams, both skips, coming through in that 4th end as Ben Hebert delivering here in 5.
Never heavy. Wait only.
curly guy.
Light if anything, John.
Weight's good.
Hold it.
Just above the tee.
Whoa. BJ's rock. BJ's rock.
Too deep.
It's got to be BJ's.
Let it curl on its own.
Got to be BJ's. You got to bury it, BJ. You got to go hard now.
Kathy, I asked a number of the players, just considering the bubble, the length of time in it, the world we lived in, and how mentally tough it was. Like, what'd you do for the summer to unplug? And, you know, a lot of players, obviously time with family, got entirely away from some of their teammates. And I like Ben Hebert's comment. He's like, you know when I got the itch back? Late August, when there's frost delays on the golf course. That's when you know it's time to get back on the curling ice, and, you know, a chance for not only to rest your body, but I think this year more than ever that mental recharge for a lot of the players.
For sure, and I think that sometimes, you know, it's important to balance. Coming out of the bubble last year, lots of increased fatigue because of all the extra things that came with it. And you can over-prepare for an Olympics. This is still the same sport that you've been playing. And what we're seeing is the teams that are doing the best are the ones that actually went to the fewer events, that spent time training, technical camps, mental training, all of that to be ready for this, and didn't burn themselves out coming into it.
We're just through.
I don't think you can make that, but you could throw like T-line.
Yeah, just bump it open.
Bump it open.
I like that.
Okay, I kind of like back ring.
No, like rolling here is no good, John. Like that's an easy double.
Yeah, you want to get as close to the nose.
Just bump it in the open.
No, we don't want to hit it on the
T-line.
T-line. Because then it's dead buried, right?
Yeah, 2/3, 3/4. Weight's good.
Hard.
Weight's good.
Just for line. Come on. Lots of weight.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Benny. Benny.
Benny, go.
Benny. Benny.
Go.
Back four.
Go,
Hard,
Benny.
hard,
Hard,
hard.
Benny. Hard. Hard. Keep going. Keep going.
Great shot.
Really good
Oh,
shot.
what a beauty, Johnny. Good shot, buddy. That's a dandy.
Shot, John.
Don't mind just hitting the
Why is that a beauty, Kathy? What do they like about it?
Well, it not only moves the red stone out in the open, it leaves your own shooter in such a great position to raise, to be able to utilize that. And any removal by Brendan comes with risk.
That's really tough.
Can we roll into ours?
We just hit and roll. Is that any good or no?
Can we?
This plays, but then he plays this and stuffs it and we're hooped.
Well, if I stuff the
I think we're either playing this with back line or you're just sloshing that one in.
There, you could have asked Brendan. He just told you why it was so good.
What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, play it onto the yellow center. Like, can you get them both?
Sure. You can also, well, if you do this, you should make that double and be okay. Okay?
Okay, onto that yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like,
Three-quarters. It's okay to be a hair.
So running the guard to remove it.
Even if you knot the run, it's not too bad.
Yep.
real hard.
Yep.
Come on, that's hard.
Yep. Whoa.
Brad Thiessen,
That's okay. It's okay.
and the one yellow spills out.
And now remembering one of the reasons that that last shot was so good is that John was able to move it out into the open.
It's enough to kill it.
It's enough to kill it. It's a little less than hack.
Chance to lie too.
Hack, wait!
Is this a good example, Kathy, of the shots the teams talked about? Precise, hit the broom, use your sweepers since they textured the rocks?
For sure. And making sure that hack weight is hack and not board and not less.
Hard, 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 hard.
Just enough to kill it, and that's exactly what they do.
Shot, John.
Go, Johnny.
Or hit the wide one and roll in. But
Okay.
Hack.
Just make her good.
Well, Darren's just seen a rock in this path, and so should feel pretty confident about what it does. Some wonderful numbers this morning.
Curl.
Curl, Brad.
Gotta go big.
Yeah, hair big.
You got it.
Big, gotta go.
Hard, buddy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay.
Those are roll, I guess.
You just want to roll a piece under.
Yeah.
Forward.
Okay.
As BJ delivers, Denny Neufeld is the alternate for the team this time around at the trials. Of course, longtime coach is John Dunn, who helps them out on the mental side of things and has for years.
Yep, yes, yes,
My way.
yes.
Attaboy. Good shot.
They're hoping to roll a little piece underneath, but staying out in the wings is okay as well. Forces Brendan Bottcher to try to make the roll.
Now, you mentioned the family dynamic, and one of the really cool things for me, whether you're in the building or watching on TV, is a chance to hang out with your kids after a win or a loss and have the families there and able to be there and support you. It's got to be huge for the athletes.
Well, it's just huge perspective immediately. You realize that life is so much more than the sport.
Throw the same weight you just threw.
Okay.
Those hits really good. Yeah. We roll.
Same weight. Heavy board. Same weight. Whoa, John.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean. Ben, you gotta go to get in the ring. Hard.
Yeah, good one.
That's a great shot to make sure that it got to the nose. Great brushing by Ben.
I think we got a chance.
Gonna throw bomb?
Out turn.
Okay.
If we roll, we roll.
Yeah. Even if we roll right beside it, at least.
Well, I guess if we hit this one and roll low.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
maybe you get lucky and put it over here.
If we roll on this side of the guard and then he's got to go this way, we'll have a double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a shot. I threw firm here 2 ends ago.
Yep, and we just rolled a foot. We could throw the same weight if you want, or medium.
I like
same
medium,
ice.
same ice.
Yeah.
Center of the rock.
Okay.
So looking for the big roll. We talked in the opening, Brian, just about the up and down a little bit of the two skips. When you take a look at them, some wonderful, brilliant players. We all know that. But look at the difference in numbers. You were expecting to see high 80s all the time, or 90s from these two, and it has been that little bit up and down that has caused some grief and confusion. 65, 69, that's not what we're expecting. Both of them, though, in their very last game, 95%, and that's why we knew this one would be a good one.
Yeah, in the words of Bottcher, trying to put that elusive stamp on your curling passport, a chance to represent Canada at the Olympics, as Bottcher will hit and roll. Wow, lovely roll behind cover to try and negate the two that was setting up here for Kevin Cooey in 5.
Good scrub.
Nice shot.
Well, he had two choices of rolls, one under the center and one really far under the stone that's just biting. Both of them would have given Kevin Cooey a little bit of difficulty. Nicely done.
What are you throwing? Hack weight?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Now we saw Brendan Bottcher in this path in the third end through just a little bit more than was asked, and it ran straight. So this is all weight shot.
Speed, hey?
Yeah, speed's good.
And when you got a world-class front end, the key is using them.
You bet it is.
Heavy hack.
Whoa.
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Clean, yeah.
Benny.
Whoa.
Oh.
Clean, yeah.
Hard. He's gotta go. Come on.
As it starts to make its move,
Right to it.
by the guard, no problem.
Shoot
Little tap, enough heat, removes the red.
Boy, dog.
And lovely touch shot from Kevin Cooey as he lies to with hammer.
Let's throw, Kev.
Shot, Kev.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
I was thinking
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
Over on sheet B, Brad Jacobs, Jason Gunlickson. The broom is down, and it looks like it is the double to score a pair here for Jason.
Sure is. Just off nose.
Yep.
72% this week on his hits for Jason Gunlickson. And a big scrub the entire way. 1, 2, double. Shooter sticks around, and he's got a pair. Meantime, in our feature,
You got a curl.
the high hard one attempting a tough double for Brendan Bottcher, and he will flash.
That is such a sharp angle to make the double. You almost have to play to miss it, but you have to obviously make contact. Such a tough shot.
So draw the paint and pick up 3 in our feature. Wow.
Wow. That close to perfect, but instead a draw for 3.
Yeah, no, you can throw the same.
I'm going off. It's got to be similar everywhere.
You can throw the same. Yeah, I would agree. 100%.
I just can't lay it down.
You know what it is?
You can throw the same as you threw this out turn going away.
It's 14-second draws.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. Little positive draw, you betcha.
It's the same as draw off, kind of.
Exactly.
Right?
So obviously a key moment of the game, a chance to take advantage. Final stone in 5, Kevin Cooey.
I never thought heavy.
Speed should be nice here, boys. It's a good pack.
It's perfect.
Clean it, Siege. Clean it. Clean it. Clean
Way
it.
cool. There you go, buddy.
See where it stops.
And it does stop. Back 4 for Kevin Cooey. And a big 3 in our feature contest here in Saskatoon in the Battle of Alberta. It is Cooey leading by a pair.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, here's how. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires and OK Tire.
The South Saskatchewan River here in Saskatoon. The best teams in Canada are here for this year's trials, and there are bound to be more top shots like we've already seen.
Here we go.
Earl.
Jacobs.
Yep, right. EJ.
Hardy with it. How many have you got? Got one. Stuffed it. Going to go, and it's going to roll over and just sit underneath. And it is the shot stone. You're looking for 2 to tie, Jacobs.
That's magical.
Final stone for Carrie Anderson out of Gimli.
9-5. Yep. Whoa. 9-5.
Pritchard, Mayer, who's going to take this? Mayer will try to save it. Get it 5. Get it 5. That one. Oh, what a shot.
How good is that?
Vote for your favorite AGI Top Shot every day at Curling Canada on Instagram. Top Shots is brought to you by AGI, storage and handling equipment for agriculture. As Brendan Bottcher, the Brier champion from earlier this year, in tough, down by 2 to Kevin Cooey. We'll step aside and more curling to come after this. It is great to have fans back.
Styling.
That is, Kathy, that's what I want for Christmas right there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Done.
Please. It's time for the numbers after 5.
Well, a wonderful draw by Brendan Bottcher in the 4th end to the 4-foot, but it was that thin double just missed, and then a Cooey capitalizing on that that's made the difference. We talked about the up and down. Kevin Cooey, 95. That's what he was in his last game. Staying up there, that consistency for Brendan Bottcher back in the 70s.
So that 3 certainly stands out. 5 points and a 5-3 advantage for Kevin Cooey. So play underway here in 6. It is Brendan Bottcher down by a pair with Hammer throwing the Red Rocks.
John.
Hard, get it out.
As a... I think those out turns I threw over there.
Might get you and Jacques both one of those jackets. You guys
Yeah.
could go on the road together.
Well,
Let's stay.
Line's good.
Stay on it.
it's going to ask, what road are you putting me on?
Oh, those are
Line's
awesome.
Keep it moving.
How's the line?
Get it to the
Weight's
cup.
pretty good.
Line's good. Line's good.
Weight's really good.
Line's good. Nice shot.
Oh, that's pretty nice there.
Boy, that slid good.
16 and a half.
Probably guard this now.
Oh, no, we don't have to guard it.
Why not?
I like 2 in the rings.
Guard it, boys.
Real tight.
Okay.
Real tight.
This is not terrible. I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. Real tight or in, John.
Speed's good here.
For Brendan Bottcher and his team, obviously you don't want to give up a 3, but you are down 2. Find a way to score your deuce with Hammer, and there's still lots of game left to either force and take another 2 or steal.
Real tight.
Good, nice and tight.
Go, Ben. Go, Ben.
It's almost in.
Not in.
I know, it's not guarding it.
Hold on, we got to go. Come on, Beach.
Get
Line's
just
perfect.
just
Line's perfect.
Justin's good. No.
Okay.
Good shot,
Good.
John.
Well, the last time we checked in on Sheet C, Matt Dunstone, Kathy, made an unbelievable shot. And beautiful precision to score his 2, but Brad Gushu still looking to dictate play here in 5 and pick up his 5th win.
Well, it's not as flashy as Matt's, and I'm sure we'll see Matt's in one of the AGI top shots because it was so brilliant, but these are the ones that keep you ahead in the game. The open hit for 2 made.
10-8.
And that puts him at a 3-point advantage.
Easy.
Brad Gushu 4-0, and keep in mind,
Line's really
if
good.
you are
Maybe Carr can finish max line.
at the top, at the end of the round robin, you get that bye to the final.
We're fine. It'll stop.
Back 8's really good.
Good shot.
Very good, Brad.
Good.
Nice shot.
Oh, boy.
So only the top 3, Kathy, make the playoffs. 9 teams entered, so obviously you have an 8-game round robin. And right now it is Brad Gushu 4-0, leading this morning, a chance to go to 5-0. And so we mentioned top 3. So, you know, you look at teams with the 2 losses. Obviously, Bottcher, we mentioned it. It is a must-win for him, and Matt Dunstone trying to get on the board here.
Weight's really good.
Oh, line's good. Dead freeze. Whoa. Benny's. It's going to be
There.
right on it.
There.
Attaboy, John. Great shooting, buddy.
That's how you debate.
Very nice.
Good shot.
Shot's nice.
Only fitting a Ron Burgundy quote. We saw Ron at the trials.
We did.
Back in Winnipeg. He's obviously watching from somewhere.
It's a hair less.
Definitely less.
Definitely less.
Line's
Definitely
good.
less.
And the
Line's
play
good.
at the back is because there is no guards up front. Brendan Bottcher is trying to use those 2 Cooey stones in the front half of the house as guards to get behind.
Cart. Yep, get it in there, get it in there, get it in there, get it in there, get it in there.
Curl.
Okay.
Could just rip it.
You talked about perspective and how hard this event is to win. In talking with Bottcher last night, they got a lot of big events coming up, and what a thrill. They're going to be Team Canada at the Brier in Alberta, and a chance to have fans in Lethbridge. And
feel that love.
Right, it's so there's a lot to look forward to for this team, and to put all of your eggs in one basket in one obviously massive event. But he admitted too, maybe it's because it is every 4 years, a Brier, you feel you have that chance. It's a much more business-like attitude for the men and women. You just feel it when you come to this event. It's different. It's different than a Brier and Scotties.
No, Ben, gotta go.
Go, really
Gotta
hard.
go. Hard.
Okay,
Shot.
Yeah, get it right out. Get it right
Okay.
out. Get it right out.
Let's go.
When they get it right out is if you leave it around, there's an angle there that maybe Brendan can play off of. At this point, they want to simplify.
Either that or you double and roll away. And then draw around.
Hit and roll.
Hit and roll on that top, behind the corner, and then you might have that pick double.
Or the freeze on the back 8 one.
Okay. Double and roll Kark's way.
That's
Easy.
We're going across.
Yeah.
So playing the hit and roll in this area, and then they're saying what it's going to do is free up that double later on. So they're able to roll behind. Still looking for ways to score 2.
Whoa.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes. Whoa.
Wait,
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa.
Close.
Wait,
Whoa.
good. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Right to it. Right to it. Right to it. That's a good shot.
Really good.
Good shot.
Beauty. Nice. Nice.
Hanging in there. Hanging in there. We won't.
And the nice thing is this year there are
Feel it.
fans. He's not talking to himself over there by
There's
the
no
board.
cardboard
There's
cutout.
actual.
And I think that moment shows you how much the players, this is not by any means Darren taking this event lightly. It's just an appreciation for having people back and just loving the moment, and you cannot fault that ever.
Yep.
Everyone's different too, Kathy. I mean, some athletes are better when they can be light and loose and have those conversations and have some fun.
Go, John.
Hell of a sweet, John. Attaboy.
It's funny, I called a Habs Bruins game, and Jeremy Swayman, the young goalie, is doing paper, rock, scissors before the game. He's waving at kids through the glass, and you're thinking, this is an NHL goalie, and sometimes they're particular.
Yes.
But some players, athletes, feed off that, the fans, the engagement, and it makes them better.
Easy line.
I got there.
Easy.
We're there right now. Close.
Easy line.
Line's good.
Going
Easy
back
line.
down to that back stone again, trying to sit on top.
Line's getting there.
Curl,
We're
though.
still there.
Really close.
Max weight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's max.
It's going to be pretty close. Good shot, Darren. Very good.
Really good. Nice.
Nice.
So, nice score for Mike McEwen in 5, picking up 3, a 4-2 lead now over Horgan. As Horgan with hammer in 6.
Get it and stick.
BJ's
I think middle of the rock.
Yeah, it should run for you. You got it, buddy.
Oh, those are the only 2 shots, buddy. This is a little risky, probably.
Very risky.
Nose or hair high, Kev?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little high is great.
What?
Yeah, the little high is awesome.
Nose is what.
Okay, peel.
Either. Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. No.
Beach.
Trying to get enough to the nose to scatter the back.
Hard beat.
Gotta go beach. Nope, we missed it. Fellas. Holy smokes.
Right around.
Edge 8.
To my eye, Kathy, that's the second time for this team in this game where maybe it's just the weight control, using your sweepers. You heard BJ made the comment earlier in the game. Were you happy with that weight? Is that just a miss? Is it simple as that?
Yeah, I think it's just a miss.
miss.
He just didn't throw it particularly well.
Yeah. I think we lose a good one over here.
Brendan, this was pretty nice. Still draw the button.
Yeah, 14-2.
I had 15 on yours, just slipping to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kathy, the in-turn draw around cover line 2.
You bet. Trying to use that corner guard.
Whoa line.
Close.
Wait for it.
Whoa line.
Okay. What do you think, Kark?
Wait for it. It's got to move.
You're more than you.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
It's coming. Like
Curl.
curl. Go.
All kinds of room still.
Weight's good.
You might get it very.
A line's getting there.
Yep. Hard.
Line's good now.
Hard. Whoa.
Line's
whoa.
good.
Weight's really good.
Whoa. It's a
Beauty.
good shot.
And there it is. Bottcher lying the 2 with hammer here in 6.
In sharpening the rocks, the movement has become so strong. He was on the other side. Watch where that is, the other side of the center line. And at that point, I'm thinking, yikes, it might be in the open. But when this rock ends, it is fully buried. If anything, poking out a little bit the other side. That's what sharpening stones does.
Out of my hand.
Good. Yeah.
Good hack for me.
Because it's deep in the house. I know, but it's not. I think that's good.
So I'm hearing hackway, Kathy. So you're going to come down, tap out the red, and sit there, or do you want to roll?
You don't want to roll anywhere. He needs to be right on the nose. Any roll is a chance for 3.
Let's do it.
Get the weight, so it's good. Weight's great, Kev.
Hawk weight.
Clean.
Easy.
Yep.
Yep, hard.
Hard!
Hard, Benny, all you got.
Harder, Ben! Harder! Hard!
All you got it.
Hard! Hard!
Go, go, go.
Easy.
Oh, what a brick
There's
fest.
your roll.
I thought originally, Kathy, they were going to make the play to the stone behind the guard and just tap it. I wasn't. I was caught. That's not the shot I thought they were playing, and there you go.
Wow, this is no lack of effort, and you hear that encouragement from John. Ben has put all of his weight on that broom. And if you get to the nose there, Muddy, and you don't move off the nose, it's a force. There's no way for Brendan Bottcher to be able to remove it and count the stone that he threw behind, but instead an opportunity for 3.
There have been swings in games all week long, and momentum now, a chance for Bottcher to respond right back. Final stone in 6, bang, and there is 3. So he leads in a 6-5 contest. Kevin Cooey with hammer when we come back.
They were a super team that had a super stay in our nation's capital. Leading up to the 2017 trials, Kevin Cooey was on top of the curling world. A resume which included 3 Brier titles and 2 world championships. Many were expecting big things from Team Cooey in Ottawa. His team consisted of Mark Kennedy, Brett Lang, and Ben Hebert, all Brier and world champions. Team Cooey cruised through round robin, losing just once, clinching a spot in the final where they would face Mike McEwen. It was a seesaw affair that would be decided in the 10th end.
We got to carry it to the 4, to the 4, to the 4, and 4-0!
A second trip to the Olympics for Kennedy and Hebert, and a first for Cooey and Lang. Team Cooey, your 2017 Curling Trials champions.
Kathy, we mentioned it earlier, really one of the more entertaining, exciting games in recent memory, as Kevin Cooey finishing 4th in Pyeongchang that year, and some wonderful names over the years. Kevin Martin, of course, we mentioned Karek trying to join his father. Brad Jacobs here, Brad Gushu here as well, so a lot of familiar names are back battling as we have a peek over at Mike McEwen and Horgan. And again, every time we look over, a ton of rocks in play. And what is the young man attempting here, the in-off?
Tanner's trying to run the corner guard in. He is second shot in the 4-foot. If he's able to remove the McEwen stone, it's for 2.
So the slash in, and he just misses, hits his own red. And it should be 1, and is a steal of 1. So a good try from Tanner Horgan. And 1 on the board for Mike McEwen.
Well, and his brutal call was because they needed to be on that. He needed to hit that thinner.
So 5-2, McEwen leads in our feature. They traded 3s. As Brendan Bottcher 3 in 6. So here in 7, down by 1, Kevin Cooey, the Yellow Rocks with hammer. And it's been a real game of momentum back and forth. And I mean, watching that one last night between Jones and Anderson, my goodness, the swings in that one, it's good entertainment value if you're a fan. Maybe not a family member or a player.
No, it would be very, very hard.
But if you're watching as a fan of the game, it's fun to see the swings for sure.
Really hard, Darren. Hard! Hard! Right to it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Good sweep. Throw it on the out turn side. Yeah.
So this might be one of those ends to bank a little bit of time.
No question.
Never heavy.
This team based out of the Glencoe in Calgary, and one of the nice things for the team was the Slam event in Chestermere, which is near their hometowns.
It
and
is.
to have the fans back, and even Kevin mentioning that's kind of the first time they really felt that vibe. They were the hometown, obviously, fan favorites, and to have those experiences and recharging them to get ready for this event. So it's been really nice. I know we've mentioned it a lot, but man, it's certainly a talking point amongst a lot of the players as we look over now at Jacobs Gunlickson. 1, 2, 3, and there's that back little one as well. Yellow biter with one to come here from Brad Jacobs.
Well, and you have to know that with Brad Jacobs, those stones in the house are not about misses. They are about ignoring them and trying to find ways to make one good one that will lead to two. And that just did not happen.
Looks here.
Clean it.
Yep.
It's clean.
Yep.
It's amazing that Brier win in Edmonton 2013, and they were basically unbeatable at the trials in Winnipeg. Went to Sochi, won the gold medal, and trying to get back. And a single there for Brad Jacobs, a nice draw. So Gunlickson leading, though, with hammer, 5-4.
Easy.
Curl.
Curl.
Curl. Just easy.
Curl.
Clean.
Curl. Clean. Clean.
Nice. Good. Nice job.
And looking at the time clocks, Team Cooey at 14 minutes.
Clean.
And
Whoa.
with 3 full ends left to play, not a bad idea to run them up and down a little bit. Make sure you have enough time.
Yeah.
14.
And that's what's left on our sheet. The 14 is the Cooey team, the 17 is the Bottcher team, and you try to allocate about 4 minutes per end. You can certainly do it in less, but with the discussions that tend to go on and the degree of complication that we have seen in some of the ends, these teams need that 4.
I think we're
Your
okay.
line's good, guys.
I think we're okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I think.
I asked Bottcher, when you hear or think Olympics, what comes to his mind? And he told me last night he didn't really, watch the Olympics that much growing up until, it became a sport, and curling was his sport growing up. And then he watched the likes of a Sandra Schmirler and a Mike Harris and a Kevin Martin and said, hey, this is my sport, and I got a chance to be an Olympian. And, it's cool. You see young fans in the crowd and youngsters watching at home, and now the Bottchers of the world can inspire the next generation of curlers. And it's a huge sport at the Olympics now with the mixed doubles, the men, the women. It's awesome, and it's super popular, which is great.
Having the 2 disciplines really allows more opportunity for teams to compete at a high level and have a chance to represent the country.
A little less.
Yeah, champions start small. That's awesome.
What are we thinking for speed?
Maybe a young curling fan. I can't do the math. What would that be? 2050?
Oh, I was trying to figure out.
Oh, how old to thank you. No, I meant for never mind.
That's not a 20-year-old.
Yeah. Benjamin Button.
Line's good.
So trying to use the only stone that's in play. Brendan Bottcher is trying to freeze in front of the stone that is out of the house. It wants Kevin Cooey to have to make a little bit of a tough shot for the blank, but this is not moving over there at all.
Right here.
Yeah, it's there.
I think we're all there. We just want it to die.
Okay.
And slides right out.
Nice throw.
So
That
that's
was
a
ballpark.
free one now for Kevin Cooey, a chance to pick a path in the ice. He elects the in-turn out in the wings. That's a quick end. As both teams bank some time, blank on the board. So Kevin Cooey with hammer when we come back, as we'll step aside here in Saskatoon. Always nice to be back in the prairies. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, 270,000 call this city home, and hosting the trials this year. It's time to go back to where no one has gone before. Star Trek Discovery, all new Thursday on CTV Sci-Fi Channel, now streaming on Crave. Beautiful shot of downtown, the South Saskatchewan River. Had a chance to go for a stroll when the sunshine was out. Certainly is curling country here in Saskatchewan, as we focus on the Battle of Alberta in our feature. So a blank. Once again, Kevin Cooey down by 1 here in 8 with hammer, throwing the yellow rocks.
We're a little tight.
Okay, we're max. 3.
Can't for weight. Line's close.
Can't sweep.
You don't need to.
Okay.
You don't need to. Line's
3.
good. Line's good.
We're probably even with the yellow.
Line's good if
Fair
you can
pass.
go, but if you can't go, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. That's a good shot. Very good.
Great.
Top 8.
Yeah. Top 8, Benny.
Well, there's not much that you can say. The plus goes to Ben Hebert. We talked about that coming in, that he was 5 percentage points behind Karl Martin. That was the biggest spread amongst the matchups, but he has risen to the occasion today and is so far perfect.
Get it there!
Longtime teammate of his dad, Kevin, Ben Hebert.
Keep going!
Good sweep, boys.
Remember that team too, so they won the Olympic gold. Was it on back-to-back Briars, undefeated as well in winning? And then they couldn't, I know they were disappointed, but they would have been so exhausted. They had a chance to go and back to the Briar, but there was just too much curling going on, and it was in Halifax that year. But just what a run that team went on for a number of years. And Karek got a front row seat to watch his father's success, and now he's the man here. He's the Martin, winning a Briar title in the bubble and now chasing his Olympic dreams.
Well, we really do see that in families. It is really one of those sports that, you know, you bring your kids out when you're young, and the salt and pepper shakers on the table, and I think that the kids of players that succeed at a high level are just so used to the strategy that they don't have to learn it, and that gives them such an edge over so many others.
It was wine bottles at your house, wasn't it?
Well, it was.
Yeah,
Jacques can move, and Gaetan can move a red wine bottle like nobody's business.
Good weight.
Merlot, Cabernet.
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, speed. We saw Benny's. It's nice here.
Yeah, good speed here. 14.5, John. Top 8, top 4.
Matt Dunstone trying to hang in there with Brad Gushue, and he's got 1 to come here in 7, and it looks like the quiet tap to score a pair and get back in this game.
He does have an opportunity, and that is one thing with this field. The fact that Matt Dunstone is 0-4, no one knows better than Brad Gushue that Matt Dunstone is a very strong team. And any opportunity that you get to put them back in the game, like right now, is not something that the Gushue team wants.
No. Attaboy, Johnny. Good spot, buddy.
Couple great performances recently at the Briar for Matt Dunstone, and really elevating his game.
Now, those back-to-back bronze medals tells you that you're not only in the mix, but it starts to give you that confidence. It also starts to make teams a little bit more afraid of you, and both of those things really help. There's your 2.
Nice quiet weight. There's your tap. Deuce. So 5-4, Gushue leads with hammer when we begin the 8th end.
Good throws, man. Good end, guys. For sure. Oh, yeah, we got 2 corners. We got to hit it now. Got to keep everything alive.
I wouldn't call those corners.
Come on.
I think we hit it, though.
We got to hit it.
Well, I guess you just make this for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, try and roll behind his.
You want to nose it or you want to roll the shooter?
I think you just want to roll this to hair.
You want to roll the shooter, make no doubles.
Normal. Turn you want.
Intern.
I think the intern looks more natural.
Normal.
More room through the hole. Get rid of shot stone.
Oh, close.
No.
Whoa. Benny.
Whoa.
Close beach.
Hard,
beach,
Ben. Hard, Ben. Hard.
Yeah. Okay.
So Reds disappear.
That one barely went out.
And with Hammer lying 1, 2, and 3 now. Team Cooey in 8.
Well, John winning the battle at second. Pretty handily this morning.
Hack. We're just trying to roll under the red guard.
Yeah. What's the weight, Hack?
Hack, yeah.
So 3 in the house right now, belonging to Mike McEwen as we check in on sheet A. So the broom down, it'll be the hit for 1 for Tanner Horgan. And yeah, lots to smile about for Mike McEwen thus far. He's playing well. The only loss to Brendan Bottcher yesterday. Final stone on the way here from Tanner.
Looking for the nose.
Yep.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean it.
And there's the nice tap.
One red.
Yeah.
Tanner Horgan, John Butte, Wes Forget, and Scott Chadwick
I like this outturn.
out of Kingston, Ontario,
Control.
where we had the last Briar before the world shut down in Kingston.
Yes.
Before the pandemic took things over with COVID.
So looking for the big roll. Not trying to be underneath, trying to roll out to the wings.
Easy. Yep. Hard. No.
In there. Okay, good. I don't know.
I don't know why that.
I'm thinking it's going to run there.
It's definitely not as straight as when you go out wider.
All right, there's your answer.
I think you got it.
Yep. Plug it there, yeah.
Right on the nose.
Yeah, hair high.
Yeah. What do you like for weight?
Peel.
They shouldn't do much through here.
No.
So trying to get this one on the nose, clip this, and come that way.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa.
And he gets 2 and locks that redstone on the yellow shot rock.
Good shot.
He's going to play this, right? So
Yeah, I think we go in, turn around.
try and be
Full 8.
I mean, I guess he's got either way.
Can be full 8 for sure.
Bite the 4.
That'll make it.
Fight the 4. We don't want to get him the other way too.
So speed will be good here.
Yeah. So what are we thinking? 14-4? 14-3?
Yeah, 14-3.
Okay, I like that, Beach. Let's do it.
All right, I see you got the stopwatch with you.
I do.
Line's fine.
So what were they saying? 14-4?
They were saying 14-3, 14-4.
Lots of room.
So that's the line between the hog lines, the
You
time.
gotta
Sure
go
is.
here on this line.
And it's
Fastest
also going
yard.
through that middle path that we've seen slow down.
Come on, Johnny.
That's 14-7.
Keep it going. Line's close.
No, don't put it behind the tee. No.
No.
Yep. Picking.
Okay. Oh, fine. Nice way, Beach.
So it is showing us that it's not slowing down in that center path, which is great news.
Hey, Kev.
Put it in a
I had
spot.
my throw being a little outside edge.
Advantage Darren.
You got it, buddy.
Pluses
on the
across the board for players today. Often we see in a match like this where there's 5% or less, and then that's why it explains the board being the way it is. Not the case this morning. There's been a clear winner at each position. about who is out shooting who, but it's often the different team, which again leads us back to why it's a tight game.
Skip Stone's here at 8. Brendan Bottcher trying that run back for his team.
Good.
And he'll slam the yellow out. Still shot Stone Cooey.
Throw.
But got one to go.
Good.
Good.
And again in the skip position, a definite plus. This time for Cooey.
I don't know if I think we want to hit this one first.
Well, no, I'm just
Player
saying,
comparisons are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Not a lot of room to draw.
As you see, Cooey 88%, Bottcher 75. So in curling, the plus minus, you got to out-curl your opponent by what, 5%, Kathy? Then you get a plus?
Or more, yeah.
And you can hit anything of it.
You can hit the other.
Something like there.
I think this will run pretty straight. I would say if you're throwing normal, I'd be.
I want to see a
like
bit more.
We don't really want to hit too much of this
I
stone.
want to see a bit more.
Okay.
You're thinking like normal weight, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got lots of this back on, Coo.
I like this, Kev.
You'll like it from the hat.
There's nowhere good to draw.
Well, you could hear John Morris wanting to tighten up the broom a little bit, feeling that you don't want to catch too much of the outside. You want to get to the crotch or a little bit to the other one. Kevin wants more ice.
No.
Okay.
You like that, Kev?
No. If I hit like a quarter of this one, like I'm going flying out of there.
Yeah, I know.
Normal weight.
Trying to hit the other one first.
Yeah, the back one. Yeah, I got you.
Because the danger is clipping the one on the left of the broom as you see it now
Exactly.
and spinning over that red and not even removing it. That's
100%.
Yep.
Easy.
Whoa!
Clean, yes! Clean.
Whoa!
Good.
Whoa!
on and off
Good job,
in the
buddy.
crotch,
Andy.
and he'll move those reds, and he is lying the two.
Good shot, Kev.
One just went through.
How much area you got?
See the double?
Kind of ticked and open.
Roll over there. I guess.
I think it's probably worth a crack, though.
Shot.
Like the doubles there.
Got to throw hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's playing the double.
About 2/3.
Yep.
You heard,
2/3, hey?
you heard somebody under
Hair
their breath
thicker.
saying, I don't think it's there
Pardon?
personally.
Hair thicker.
I think it is. It's not easy, but I definitely think it's there.
Yes!
And there's a rocket out of his hands. Final stone here for Brendan Bottcher. And disaster. So that miss opens the door again for another 3 in this contest. It will be the draw, fine paint, and 3 on the board for Kevin Cooey.
And I think that's just a mental struggle with Brendan in the hack. Just not the confidence. We've talked about what a great player he is, but as a skip, confidence is everything. They were taking a run at it. You could see him hitting it on the nose, but to have missed it that badly, that's just not going from the hand to the brain or the brain to the hand.
It is the exact same though, right? It's no slower.
Nope. It's definitely not slower.
Nope.
No.
So a high-scoring affair. His second draw of this contest. It is the intern. It is the opportunity to score another 3.
Put it right on the tee, Beach.
Broom down. Broom down. You're never through.
Looks like it's back 4, back 8.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's good.
Easy.
Good job. Good shot.
Let's see where it goes here for future reference.
Trying to bank some information. And there you go.
We're giving up 3 next time.
There's Fred Cooey, proud papa,
We've missed you, Fred.
as he's cheering on his young man who just picked up 3, and he's got the lead, 8-6 over Bottcher. Welcome back to SaskTel Center. It is our morning draw here on Wednesday. Brian Boudreau, Kathy Gauthier with you. Certainly a back and forth affair. Not often you see that many 3s on the board when these two teams face off. Bottcher, Cooey. So Bottcher will have to play comeback again, down by 2 with Hammer here at 9, throwing the Red Rocks.
Halfway.
It's fine.
It's good. Weight's really good.
Nice card.
16.
Nice. Heavy.
I like the weight.
I
got heavy.
Hold it.
Weight's good. Top 4.
You got lots of room.
Don't want it right now.
DJ's rock if you have to.
Tons of room.
It's
Just top
DJ's
4.
rock if you have to.
Line's good. Don't kill the weight.
Line's good.
Okay, BJ's now if you can.
Full 8 beach.
Yep, top 4. Top 4.
Sweet boys.
Boy, Benny.
Top 4.
Now, both of these teams know the analytics really well, so scoring for Kevin Cooey was huge in 8. Scoring 3 was a massive bonus. And now the work is cut out very much for Brendan Bottcher and his team.
I thought it was there.
But they have been able to find ways to score 2
You gotta go. You gotta go.
and 3
We're a little heavy.
Hard.
against
Hard.
Cooey. Need to do that here.
Weight's good if we're by.
Hard.
Come
Hair
on.
heavy.
Weight's good.
Yeah.
Right to it.
Weight's
Right to it.
good.
You gotta keep going right to it. You're good now. You're good
Weight's
now.
good.
You're good. You're good.
Nice shot, Cart.
Good scrub.
Beauty.
Well, the women off this morning. They're back on the ice this afternoon. Tracy Fleury has been a wonderful story. Unbeaten, 4-0. Jennifer Jones, the Olympic gold medalist from Sochi, at 4-1. And you see Laura Walker, Rachel Holman, who won this in Ottawa back in 2017, and Kelsey Rock all at 1-3. So obviously it's a critical afternoon for the ladies, and we'll focus on them in Saskatoon in a few hours' time.
Now, and one of the things about that Fleury team is not only is Tracy playing well, but right through the order, very strong performances from each player, and that's contributed to that 4-0 record.
So, draw 11 coming up this afternoon. Tracy Fleury will be in our feature. Jacqueline Harrison coming out of the pre-trials at 2-2 record, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Vic and Cheryl and Russ and Kathy will have you covered. It is draw 11. It will be a good one on TSN at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Line's good.
I got hair down.
Line's good.
He got to go.
We're a little tight.
We're just freezing.
Yeah, go ahead. Hard if you're light.
Hard. Weight's good.
Real hard.
Come on.
Hard.
Come on.
We're on the guard.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. Sorry.
In a 5-3 contest, Mike McEwen up by 2. Tanner Horgan has one, though, on the button for shot stone for now, with 1 to come from Mike McEwen.
Well, not much open to Mike from the hack, and because of where Tanner has that stone, it's not enough to come to the face. He needs to push it back probably 2 feet to be able to score.
Nose the guard. Yeah, I like that. Sure.
Speed here, Hodge. I got okay.
Easy, Derek, whoa.
Whoa.
Curl.
Derek Samagalski, Colin Hodgson
Whoa. Straight. Whoa.
on the brush for Team Mike McEwen. Reed Carruthers in the house calling the line. Got to get by that red, and they will.
Both of you go.
Oh, that's a nice touch shot and moving it enough for the single. So Mike McEwen getting his 1, and he leads by 3 after 8.
Let's go, Ron.
Board weight.
Yep.
Whoa. Beach.
Gotta go.
Hard, beach,
Gotta
hard.
go hard.
Shot, John.
Good throw. Max ice.
That's why I like that weight, eh?
Shot. Very nice.
That's why I like that
Being
weight.
right on the nose with
Yeah,
medium. If you click this one, it's good. If you hit this one, it's good.
Medium. Okay. Right on the nose.
Yep. Then it's a red color. We're good.
Yeah. Stay close.
Clean. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Yes. Yep. Whoa.
Nice shot.
Well done.
Good shot.
Little clip, and now he's shot stone with hammer top 4.
I want it to be
Update
like
time.
just hack, 'cause that's
Brad Gushu, Matt Dunstone, and Gushu
like
leading
just
by
hack,
1
'cause
with
that's more
hammer.
varied, right?
And we take a quick peek, and that last stone was thrown by Matt Dunstone out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina. So they are the home province favorite. Not a great start, but hanging in there here with Brad Gushu.
Well, and Matt's pretty frustrated on that last throw. That Yellowstone is shot, but far deeper than he wanted. By coming deep, he allows Gushu to get around the guards and tap it back for a potential 3.
Gushu, 98%. Final stone on the way, and this is a big brush to try get it by that yellow guard, and they will. That's a great team shot. There's your tap. And 1, 2, and 3. I think Russ talked about it. Something about that orange, maybe, you know?
Yeah. And they chose that color. As teams were declared, they had a palette that they could choose from, and he said it's Texas orange. It's not quite the same, but it's as close as they could find to what they once wore.
And so far, perfect. Looking to improve to 5-0 over Matt Dunstone and his team out of Regina.
I think it's a freeze.
Yeah. What's the speed?
He threw 13.6, so 14.
14. 14-2. 14.
Good for speed.
Yeah.
Line's
Heavy,
good.
maybe, but close.
Weight's good. We're
Whoa.
there.
Line's good.
Line's
Weight's
good.
close.
Whoa.
Just for line.
Yeah.
Probably bumping
Yeah.
a hair.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Bumping a hair.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bumping a hair.
Yes.
Weight's good.
Clean, clean,
Whoa.
clean,
Weight's good.
clean. Whoa.
Bumping a hair.
Just bumping.
Whoa.
Just
Bumping a hair.
Tapped it a little bit further than he was hoping.
Right on the nose.
Yeah, nose are a millimeter high.
I think the nose is
You want to be just a sliver high.
Yeah.
Brad Jacobs picking up a pair in 8, so he leads by
This is
1.
the trouble
Gunlickson
one.
with hammer as they're
Great
underway in
idea.
9.
And that was a big steal. Jason Gunlickson facing 3 through one of his really big weights, but put it back in the process, picked out his own, and left those 2 Jacob stones there. So massive momentum switch in that game.
Close, Johnny.
You know, you might have a career in updates, Kathy. You know, you're good at that.
Yes. I'm gonna practice again later.
Shot the H.
Run back, and BJ gets the 1 red to go. Cooey line 2
Okay.
without here in 9.
Good try, buddy.
Well, the reason he's not particularly happy is the way that he left it. He set up the double. You can see those 2 yellows go. And also Darren can roll to the wings so that there's not a double set up back for Cooey.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
Brad, watch the roll. Big roll.
Quiet little double. 1 yellow out, second one.
Sorry.
It wasn't going to out.
Yeah, and just
Good shot.
good sportsmanship. They'll just place it where they think it would have ended up.
Well, he caught it with his heel as it came through, so it slowed it down. But I agree, it wasn't going out.
I think that's our shot. Let's roll to the forfeit, buddy.
I think his shot tough.
Normal.
Yeah, normal weight.
So watch the heel as it comes in, because he's turning to sweep. That's where it catches it.
I was trying to roll in for shot.
So you can see it was going maybe a little bit further, but it
gotta
was
make it
never
make.
going out. And so good sportsmanship. You put it back to where you think it would have been, and you move on.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking we can freeze right now.
Freezes.
Because we're second shot, right?
Probably a better shot.
Hey. Time out.
I mean, at least if I make the freeze.
You guys are thinking this?
Yeah, I think we have to, right?
I don't mind that.
I mean, we're playing this if he makes it,
Sure.
but
I don't mind that.
I think you want to freeze it too. You want to try and freeze it if you can dead on the nose.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
if
what-
you
no
hook, he's
angle.
going around.
Well, no, or a third. Because then we just, if it comes around, we just come off.
Like, if it's like that, then I can always rip it, give him 2.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just worried of him bumping it a little, staying on it.
Well, but then we're second and third.
Well, if that doesn't poke out enough, that's that's possibly jamming.
Well, I mean, we're talking splitting
Yeah,
hairs here,
right.
I mean, we've got to be frozen first.
Yeah, I think I like the freeze, guys.
Yeah, I think we know this spot.
Yeah, you bet.
I think edge of 8 for me here to cross the line, eh?
So I threw here.
That's minimum.
I'd say minimum.
Yeah, speed's nice here, Johnny.
Well, Danny got some exercise. They really want to stop the clock to talk things through. They would have asked Danny, and he's there to do that. But they've talked about playing this freeze. Even if Kevin says they're a little bit on this side, he can always run it on his second one. He rolls out, knows that the opponent will hit his open stone, and it's 2. He's very comfortable tied up with coming home if that's what he needs to do.
Just a shade less weight than you threw on this draw coming this
I'm good. It's still kind of like those draws.
You betcha. You betcha.
Top 8.
Top 8.
It's funny, Kathy, one common thread in watching these draws
shade light
it's just never over.
No.
Like, it's never over, and maybe it speaks to the, the level of competition, how good all these teams are.
Yes.
No, we can't. Small bounce. Small bounce.
But we've seen
Gotta stop.
men and women, both sides, opening the door for each other at certain parts of games.
Good shot, attaboy. Good shot.
Heavy.
Yeah, we're good, John. Good job. Good shot, boys. Shot, good one, boy.
Shot, Kev.
Yeah. Very
outside edge.
I'm even thinking outside edge.
I agree.
I think it'll get there.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
So by being a little bit staggered, Brenda now using it as a guard, trying to go around again.
Top button. Very 2/3 of it's probably his best.
It's still stuck with that run back.
I just got 14 on his.
Okay.
We didn't sleep with them. You got 14, 13, 8.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's good.
Yep, gotta go. Yep.
Go ahead. Line's good.
Hard line.
We're just top 8.
Top 8. Top.
Triangle right here.
Top 4 almost. Top 8.
Right here.
No, just top 8.
Hard. Right here. Come on, you got it. Go. Whoa.
Karik Martin emptying the tank, trying to get it there.
And they said right out of his hand they felt he was a little bit light.
What do you guys like?
Hit's probably easier.
I mean, if it...
Line would have been real good.
Yeah, line was great.
Really, even if you jam.
Well,
I don't really.
I think this goes flying. If this goes flying out.
No, it doesn't.
No, if it does, but.
I don't think it goes, Kev. I think it sticks right there. Well, the only danger is if we're thin on this and it just rolls to here.
And then what?
Then
he
this
has,
goes to here.
Then he's got to slip double for 3.
But do we have all of it?
Oh yeah.
Whatever
you're feeling, Kev.
I like them.
Well,
the only thing I'm worried about this is that he might have. If we go back 4, he's got the in off.
Looks like a nose hit to me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thicker the better.
Yep.
I like throwing it hard. I'll just throw it better. I'm just sliding the shade wide.
He wants us to draw.
Huh?
He wants us to draw.
For sure. Well, it's a force if we hit
nose hit.
3/4 high is good too.
Yeah. 3/4 high, Coob. 7/8, 3/4.
Yeah, thicker the better.
What kind of weight you throwing? Peel?
Peel, oh yeah.
So right to the nose, and what I loved about that conversation is there started to be a lot of dithering, and BJ just said, what I see is a nose hit, and that really is what this is all about. And we heard Kevin say, I am sliding a little bit wide, so he knows how he's throwing. They iced accordingly.
He's gonna go.
Kevin Cooey rattling granite, and look at the red spill out.
Very
and Cooey
nice.
lying 1, 2, 3. And the force is on here at 9.
Shot, Kev. Good toss. Attaboy.
I love that comment from BJ. Sometimes you can make things so complicated. At the end of the day, you need to hit it on the nose, and that's exactly what he did.
Good on Kevin, too, to recognize maybe he doesn't have his A game or A slide, but
if he's throwing him a little bit wide, then you ice yourself accordingly. It's about making the shot and knowing what your tendency is at any given time.
As I always say, Kathy, if you're hitting the snap hook on the driving range, well, hit it on the golf course.
I just want to hit it on the golf course.
So the force is on. Final stone here at 9. Brendan Bottcher
Close. Line's good.
needs a good one. A game saver here.
Go here.
Would love the 4-foot, and they'll drag it just enough for shot stone. So a single on the board, but it will be Cooey leading with hammer when we come back.
All of us, although we're newer to each other, we've had a lot of experience individually, and the times that we've played these top teams and just kind of bring that all together and just try and make as many shots as we can, and hopefully that works out for us.
It was really important to us to have just consistency, and it's our 4th season together now, so I think just each year we get a little bit more comfortable and get a little bit more momentum, and we just feel like we're peaking at the right time.
And that brings us to our feature this afternoon. Tracy Fleury trying to improve to 5-0 versus Jacqueline Harrison. Please join us today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, as Vic Rauter and Cheryl Bernard, Russ Howard, Kathy Gauthier, all your coverage here. The Tim Hortons Curling Trials on TSN. Looking forward to that one later this afternoon. As 10th end underway in our feature, 8-7, Kevin Cooey is leading, trying to hand Bottcher another loss, and that could be the dagger when it comes to making the playoffs for Brendan Bottcher. When you look back at this game and you see the threes and the trading of opportunities and a few misses, uncharacteristic because of the talent on both these teams, what's your takeaway from this game? What stood out to you?
I think it's just the theme that we talked about starting this. Brendan Bottcher himself is such a wonderful, wonderful player. He's just so precise. And the misses that he's made this week have been uncharacteristic. The draw that came a little bit short, well, whatever, because it got a little bit flat. But, you know, flashing on that double, hitting the guard, they're the wrong side misses. You know, if you clunk the double, you at least get rid of one. You're going to hold your opponent to 2. In both of those cases, he missed the wrong way. And he's smart enough, and he's got a scientific enough brain that he knows better, and it just shows you that he's just not feeling it right now.
Board weight, 1/3 of a rock.
We probably have to be a little creative. It's about 1/3 of a rock.
Easy.
Okay.
So Ben Heber doing his job, keeping the fronts wide open with a couple of nice stones.
Do you like that, or you just want to draw?
No, I like that.
I like
medium.
Yeah.
Medium, yeah.
1/3 of a rock? Yeah.
Hit 1/3 to 1/4.
Yeah.
Update time, Tanner Horgan, Mike McEwen in the 9th end, and Mike McEwen enjoying a lead by 3. And it's been a tough one here for Tanner Horgan.
It has. Every time that we've done an update, he has been facing 3. It is all about 3s in this game, and once again he is. But he has a chance, if he can get a nose hit, to score 1.
And the shooter did stick around for 1. So he gets a single. McEwen, though, in control with hammer up by 2
like
coming home.
2/3 to a half.
2/3, you're getting something.
So a dual goal here. One, you remove the guard, but you play it towards the stone that's in the house and hopefully get rid of it as well.
Real hard.
Hit the rock.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry, Kev.
Hey, John.
I didn't give that much.
I think you keep throwing a center for now.
Well, I'd try and guard that red.
Yeah.
For now, just Basically guard the red. Air on Kark's side of hair, but halfway.
Yeah.
Well, Bottcher's team needs to find one.
No, it's heavy there.
And I think that if they could pick any shot for Kevin Cooey to play, they would want him to play a draw, not because he's not made them today, but if there's been any challenge in the 10th end this week, it's been with draw weight in the center path, flattening out a little bit.
Okay.
And so why not try to create an opportunity to score by leaving your opponent with something that's caused a number of teams some challenges.
Oh, yeah.
Cap. Let's go,
This is fine. Like,
I'm giving this to you.
Straight peel is fine.
Dead 3/4.
Yep. Gotta go. Hard.
John Morris trying to clean up some reds. He's got one, and he just drives it by that red stone. Back 8.
Let's try, Don. Hey, Johnny. Try, buddy.
Brad Gushu up 4 on Matt Dunstone, and shot rock is Gushu. He's right on the button. And Dunstone with 1 to come. What is he playing here?
Well, he
Kathy?
definitely has a shot for 2. What I'm not clear on until I see what handle he's throwing, I don't know whether he's playing the hack to bumper weight with the out turn to just tap the stone back, or if he's trying to come off of his own, and he's throwing the out turn. So he's throwing hack to bumper, trying to catch enough of his own.
So final stone from the 26-year-old who grew up in Winnipeg, representing Saskatchewan at the Highland in Regina, and now lives in Kamloops, BC with his partner Aaron. Trying to get by that red first, and he'll crash.
Good throw, Matty.
And the redirect not to be. And that'll be handshakes. So Brad Gushu 5-0, and unfortunately for Matt Dunstone, he'll drop to 0-5. So Dunstone officially eliminated, and Kathy, we mentioned he now calls Kamloops home.
Yes.
Man, just devastating to see British Columbia. I know you have family there. I have friends and family there. And we just, for those watching, my goodness, heart goes out to you, and just sending everyone all the best as they rebuild out in British Columbia right now.
More rain on the way, it looks like, so it's not over yet. Hang in there, folks.
Yeah, it's our thoughts are with you, no doubt.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Very good.
Nice. Great shot.
One more and then kind of go top 8 in front of it.
Yeah, maybe like show him like.
No,
John.
Clean it.
So Operation Cleanup for Team Cooey continues here in 10. Obviously, they have the lead. They have the hammer. Trying to keep things simple for their skipper, Kathy. Sorry.
He's got 2 choices. One is that you throw another tight guard. The other is that you always going 1 more guard, and then he'll probably throw it top 8 foot in the hope that Kevin Cooey might draw, but with the 1-point edge, I doubt that he will.
Line's good.
There, and I thought.
Yeah, hair down.
Line's
Halfway.
good.
Yep. Halfway tight. Yep.
Line's good, guys.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Halfway.
Keep it moving a little. Line's
Curl.
good.
Weight's
Curl.
good. Weight's good.
Curl.
Line's good. Line's good.
Curl. That's good.
So Skip
That's
Stone's
good.
here
You're
in
good
10.
there. You're good. You're good.
And Bottcher throws up another guard.
Gotta hit it.
Yeah. I was hoping maybe I could get it beside it so it at least jams into
That's how he draws. Then we got to draw the button.
You ever hate this?
I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
I mean, if you're drawing, you're coming right to it.
Time now for the game story, brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
Well, unfortunately for Brendan Bottcher, wrecking on the guard was significant. That was the next 3 in the game that made the difference. And in the 9th end for Kevin Cooey, 1 up, with Hammer coming home. Analytics will tell you it's really great shape for him. And the difference we talked about in the beginning, it has been the inconsistencies for Brendan Bottcher and Kevin Cooey rebounding. Again, that one game in the 60s, well, that seems to be in the past.
And you look at 3 and in the 5th end and the 8th end again, using Hammer. And he's done it well. Leads by 1.
He gets too buried. We got the draw to the butt. We got to draw 4, right?
If I peel. He's probably going to go top 8 center line.
Are you ever just hitting that through the hole, ripping it out? The one in the hole? The one in the house? Just rip it out?
Then he draws here, and we draw against.
Yeah, that's okay too. I'm fine with that.
The best he can do buried around this is probably just
Nibble the
touching
4.
4 foot.
I don't mind.
You're never drawn against a loss. I don't mind it.
I don't mind this or I don't mind that, Kev. Whatever you're feeling, bud.
Yeah, just this is close to leaving a better guard.
If you leave a center guard, it's not ideal.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't
Just
mind the
firm.
shot through the hole either. If you're tied, it's a little bit different. You want to peel the guard and have an open shot, but you're one up. If you peel the stone out in the back, sure, Brendan Bottcher will go around, but you're never drawing against a loss. You've got an opportunity to draw the forfeit for the win, or worst case scenario, go the extra end.
Good toss on this.
He's going to have to draw full 4.
If you ever try running that guard back to also pick out the back one, you risk rolling towards the center and giving Brendan a better guard than he currently has.
And to my memory, Kathy, the 2 draws from Cooey, he did find the 4 foot
Sure
on both
did.
attempts thus far.
Hard, keep going. Don't want to stick there.
I got it.
So through the hole, bang, away goes the red. And Shooter does
boy.
hang on in the weeds there, back 12.
Check it.
Leave him a piece, yeah.
We were just.
Probably a couple brooms into the 8, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
To the side of the 4 foot.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll try to make this the best as he can. Piece of the 4 foot should be completely buried.
Line's good.
Yeah, line's good.
Line,
T
yeah.
line.
Yeah.
T,
Yeah.
just for line.
Hard line.
Kate line only.
Hard line.
Has to be shot stone.
Easy.
It's going to over curl.
T.
Easy.
It's going to over curl.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa,
So by the guard, no problem.
Off.
whoa.
Might actually
be
poke
wide
out
open.
the other side. And it does. So
It does.
options, you can draw or just rip it and you win, whatever Cooey wants to do.
Good scrub.
Yeah, I think it's wide open from the hack.
If not all of it.
So pretty much the same shot for the victory here in 10.
I guess same toss.
Yep. Whoa.
So final stone, Kevin Cooey
Whoa.
Clean, clean.
in a rematch
Boy, Cam, great
of the
throw.
Brier final in the bubble.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey victorious as he continues his march to try find that championship round in the playoffs. 9-7 your final. Kevin Cooey beating Brendan Bottcher.
Here you go, dog. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, that way.
As Team Cooey celebrates, and we're going to pop over quickly to Sheet A, as it is Mike McEwen and Tanner Horgan. And you see the score, McEwen leading with Hammer, and just trying to eliminate some red stones here and secure a victory on this Wednesday morning.
Well, Tanner coming in on his first stone.
Yep.
Yes!
Samagalski 1, and he'll jam it.
Okay. It's a tiny bit tight. It's fine.
So opportunity still alive here for Tanner Horgan.
That leaves you the most space, right? Yeah. If we go here, it's just a 2-footer.
Is it easier to play it this way then?
Yeah, you're right. But you want to be lined up with it, right? So it's a smaller target.
Yeah.
I can just play the same shot.
Okay.
Don't I?
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
You just get 3/4 behind ours.
Yep.
So you might be wondering why he wouldn't go on top of his stone. They feel that Mike McEwen will have a far easier chance to run it back. He just did that. But if you, in fact, go behind that stone to lie 2, now that is a greater distance between the stone that Mike is running back that is his own and the stone that is actually shot. That's why he's going deeper in the house.
Draw.
To make like the high side wall.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's cool.
Bigger push, but
line's good.
I think it's a little less.
You're right, Muddy. We've seen Tanner so often in the juniors. This is not a surprise. He is definitely the wave of the future. We will see a lot of him at Briars to come. But he was very clear that coming into this event, he wanted to learn everything he could so that when it's his time, as he calls it, he's going to have the experience.
It's pretty good.
And he will lie 2, as we saw highlights of Matt Dunstone, who won 2 Canadian juniors, one at the expense of
Tanner,
as they met in a gold medal game. I think that one was in Stratford, Ontario.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the shot.
Yeah, I got the same.
Rob Meekin making his way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that, or I throw the intern draw, it's better. Or I throw
Probably
the exact same
shot. What are we
shot.
thinking? 14-2? Out turn?
14-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got good movement there.
Yeah.
He's getting those out there.
Yeah, I think like edge-ish. Yeah, I like that.
So you might be wondering, what about this? I am too, a little bit. He just played that spot, but that tells you his discomfort. He said he was a little bit tight, so they're now
anywhere like 14 to 14.5
to play this draw, knowing that he's got backing. The only problem is that when you sometimes sit in the hack and think I've got backing, that's when it can run.
Up to 14.5.
So for Mike, the key is to think about throwing to the tee line and ignoring that red stone at the back.
And up by 2, just needs full 8. As long as he's second shot stone, that's good enough to secure the win. Wonderful numbers. Mike McEwen, 96%. Final stone on the way here in 10, trying to draw in and secure the victory.
Line's perfect.
Line's good.
Line says it's good.
Can't hurt it now.
Line says it's good.
Okay, can't hurt it on this line. Well, do we need it or no?
I got it. It's got to curl.
Go, curl it. It's not going.
And the backing was there, and they did need it, but it does hang on in time. It's just a steal of 1, and it's good enough for a win for Mike McEwen. 6-5 your final. As they were unsure for a moment as it was sliding down the ice, but it will be a victory for McEwen and his team. And there's just 1 sheet remaining in play, and that's right next door. As Jason Gunlickson taking on Brad Jacobs. And it looks to be, we got 1 few stones still to come. So this is Jason's first. He does have hammer.
That's where he's going.
For Jason, he's trying to hit the shot stone, but not necessarily roll away very far.
Curl! Curl! Curl!
No, he's not. He's actually playing the tap on his own.
Straight, go the other way, go the other way. Hit it! Okay. Nose hit. I'm seeing middle of the rock, Mark.
Yeah.
He's not very happy. Maybe he was playing the tap back on the shot stone to stay right there. That makes a lot more sense, and I think it just took off on him a little bit, or he was a bit tight.
Jeez, Jay.
So make the double here, and it's game over.
You bet.
My weight's pretty close.
Nose hit.
With a 7-5 lead, final stone for Brad Jacobs here in 10.
Whoa! Straight! Hard! Straight!
Ryan Harnden, does he got the double? He does. Away they go, and a win for Brad Jacobs and his team from the Sioux. Great numbers for the Olympic gold medalist from Sochi in this contest, and he comes away with a 7-5 victory.
Oh, that is a good team. We saw one of the vintage men's games yesterday. Brad Gushue, Brad Jacobs. Boy, it's going to be an exciting finish at the end of this week.
A lot of gold amongst those four gentlemen right there as we check your updated standings, and it is the Brads having a great week thus far. Brad Gushue, you saw it, 5-0. Brad Jacobs joining him 4-1. And for Brendan Bottcher, he was in our feature, dropping to 1-4. We know Matt Dunstone has been eliminated, and Kevin Cooey and Mike McEwen winners, so they improved to 3-1. Top three, remember, will make the playoffs. Top team, that direct bye into the final on Sunday.
The 2021 Tim Hortons Curling Trials are brought to you in part by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. By Home Hardware, here's how. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Just a reminder, coming up this afternoon, the feature, Tracy Fleury, Jacqueline Harrison, when we return our coverage at 3 p.m. Eastern Time with Vic, Cheryl, Russ, and Kathy. We got you covered, draw 11. And then, later on this evening, it is Mike McEwen 3-1, Kevin Cooey 3-1 record, both winners this morning, both on the ice tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All of your coverage right here on TSN. It has been wonderful to be back in Saskatoon for this year's Tim Hortons Olympic Curling Trials. As we get closer to championship weekend, top three will make the playoffs on the men's and women's side. An opportunity to go to Beijing and China for the Winter Games and represent Team Canada. Thanks for watching our coverage. We'll see you this afternoon in Saskatoon.
Hey, Bradley.